With that being said, hey, we're live at Buddy's Pizza right now, downtown Detroit. We're live on StreamYard on the M Zone Facebook, the Big 1050 Facebook, the Big 1050 YouTube, and on the Big 1050 Instagram. We're live, baby.
Wow.
Well, welcome to the M Zone, everybody. We're really excited here. We got Brandon Brown, Matt the Hitman Misler, best guy in the Bizzler, my man E Money. Nope. Nope. I'm sorry. Wrong person. Bobby. Bobby Toth. Bobby Toth.
Mm-hmm.
He's in the house.
Yep. So we're all here live at Buddy's. So if you are in the area, downtown Detroit, you want to stop on by, you're more welcome to.
There's a few people out.
Yeah,
There's a lot of people out.
These streets are packed.
Let me tell you something. The streets are packed.
Yeah.
The stadium,
It's getting there.
it's getting there, but there were more people out on the streets than in the stadium.
Everybody underestimated how much traffic, both on the sidewalks and on the roads. By now, I hope the stadium's filled.
Speaking
No,
of which, so much
it's
they
not.
had to get paramedics in
I
here
can see it
now.
from the window.
Oh, damn. You got the EMTs rolling in.
Listen, just because I'm
No,
out
he
of
just
breath
wants
that
somebody
time.
just wants some pizza.
Oh.
We're here at Bell's. I mean, come on.
Yeah, we're
We're at Buddy's Pizza. I mean, that's what you want.
Yep.
Somebody want to get a slice.
Jimmy, what's the address again here?
It is 1565 Broadway.
That's right.
Mm.
We're if you want to know exactly, we're in the carry-out area at Buddy's.
It's attached. It's right next door.
It's right next door, but the amount of people that have walked in, they're like, I don't know if this is this the right place to be. I'm like, for Buddy's, yeah, this is
Yes.
the right place to be.
We're setting up. People walking in going, hey, guys, where's your bathroom at? Let me get some pizza. I'm like, I can't help you. I can't help you with either of those things.
Because you never know. But
a nice separate side door, a nice convenient entrance
it's awesome.
to come in.
yeah,
come in,
nice
yes.
quick in and out
Yeah.
area. I mean, obviously on non-game days in the area, like it's simple. You put your order in, you come in, you carry it out, and you're all good to go at that point.
Mhm.
So it's good to see at that point that it's easy access. It was a pain in the what to try to find a parking spot
Yes.
down here.
They had the party bus out there.
Yeah, they had
remember that thing where
pedal,
you cycle, you
the
pedal
bar.
the pedal bar.
The cart.
Yeah, but
it was
party
incredible.
It went from pedal bar to being a pedal trap house.
Party outside.
Mhm.
Like
It was
I finally parked. We parked right in front of our friends from WJR who were
Mhm.
here this morning. I finally pull up, and the biking bar, they're just out there twerking
Right,
and everything.
yeah.
I'm like, damn, I've been downtown for opening weekend. I was telling Bobby, I call it the blue collar opening day.
Right.
Mhm.
Blue collar opening day being the Saturday after the actual official home opener.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never been down for opening day. So this is a new experience.
That's awesome.
So, but it's also
I have not been to an opening day
uh-huh.
in 18 years.
Really?
Wow.
In
Damn.
18 years. It's been a minute, boys.
Okay.
It's been a minute. I said the last time they made the playoffs, around
Oh.
that time.
I was just
Oh,
a couple
wow.
years
It was
old
around
last
that
time.
time.
Jamie was
Yeah,
down here.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
Brandon barely
Yeah,
had
thank
peach
you,
fuzz
Barry.
on his face.
Thank
there.
you, Brandon. I feel much better
Yeah,
about my.
had some peach.
about-
He just barely had a little peach
These
fuzz
guys.
on.
I mean, my goodness.
I told Jamie after we were in the studio last week, I said, you know what, Jamie, we were talking, reminiscing the good old days. I had to go home and pull up your highlight. I said, I went home and pulled up the Michigan highlight. He's
Yeah.
like, oh, okay. He's being humble about it. I'm like, I couldn't tell which one was you. The footage was so damn grainy, but I watched it. I watched it. But no, yeah, Jamie's he got a couple years on me, just a
Oh, yeah.
couple,
Yeah.
just a few.
Just a couple years.
You look
Just a
great in
couple.
black and white.
Yeah.
No, we had color. No. I'm
Oh,
way.
It was
I'm-
Technicolor. At that.
Yeah.
exactly.
That's
I'm
what it was.
way before.
I'll say, if you haven't done it, go to the YouTube, type in Jamie Moore's highlights. You will not be disappointed.
No, not at all.
You will not be disappointed.
Shout out. Most of the highlights that you get is I've seen obviously the Dr. Sapp stuff
Yeah,
that he puts
right.
on Twitter.
That's
and
it. That's the one. That's
Right,
what I was
yeah,
talking about.
okay.
It's either that, and occasionally I'll get tagged, during the football season or whatnot about it. And it's a lot of it's like, hey, Michigan's going to Rose Bowl, and it's your videos like, Mom, I'm going to the Rose Bowl.
I was excited for that. That's that history thing, Brandon, that I talked about.
No doubt.
I was teaching. I was not teaching. I
No,
wasn't
it was a
teaching.
lesson.
I
I'll
was
take that.
talking about some things that that went on at Michigan when I was here,
Mhm.
when I had a chance to talk to Bo and different things like that.
Right.
So, Michigan, they didn't have Schembechler Hall. They didn't have a football building at per se. Yost Fieldhouse, that's what it was called before
uh-huh.
it was a Yost Fieldhouse was where they had. Yost came in and built pretty much an indoor football building
Mhm.
Yeah.
where they played. They didn't have grass there; they had cinder, crushed
Yeah.
Oh,
brick
okay,
on the
yeah.
ground,
Wow.
and you would play in that, and that's how
Made
they
him
would
t-
practice and
Made him
everything
tough.
like that.
They made him tough.
No, I didn't participate in that, Miz. I'm a little younger than that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So that being said, no, but I was telling him when Bo Schembechler got here,
yeah.
and people were, let's just say, down at Miami of Ohio, they had better facilities
Yeah.
Wow.
than what Michigan had.
Preparing
And-
people for the
and the
NFL
coaches-
stadiums that were on baseball fields when it was
Exactly.
like all
The
clay.
coaches would be upset with about it with Bo and everything, and say things like, "Bo, we had better facilities here down in Miami of Ohio."
Yeah.
And he would, in his Bo term, let me tell you something, man. Right here, that's Fielding H. Yost. Nail right there on the wall. That's where he hung his clothes. That is the greatest coach in University of Michigan. I'm honored to have that nail.
I had never heard the nail story before.
No, this is new for me too. I mean, I've heard a lot of Bo stories from Jamie as well. So I mean, like hearing little bits here and there, like it's always a nice, fun experience. And I know the people that listen in all the time, they always want to hear. Jamie, can you give us a Bo story?
Right.
Can you give us this story? Can you give us that
Make
story?
him an easy button with the entire 3-4 minute story
Right.
on it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, hey, like I said, that's a new one for me. Oh,
You're fine.
we live. Hey, this is what it's all about. Live
Sorry.
stuff, baby. Live
That's
stuff.
what live is.
That we live with it. But we are here downtown Detroit at Buddy's. Like I said, about a block or so away from Comerica.
Mhm.
We can say it because we're not promoting it anymore because we're here now.
We're actually
That's
right
right.
down the street. I mean, you can look into the stadium and
Oh,
see
yeah.
the fans and everything.
I
like
thought
that.
honestly, when I'm doing the loops around to try to wait
Mhm.
for that spot to open
Mhm.
up, all I hear is the giant pop, 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 and I'm thinking, no, not on game day. And then I realized, oh no, wait, I forget they invent these things called daytime fireworks. So
Right.
So they had that going on for that. So they had the daytime fireworks go off. They had a nice celebration opening for the Tigers, which, by the way, bottom six right now, 6-1
I was going to say,
Tigers.
currently, we haven't even mentioned the score yet. Up 6-1.
6-1 Tigers. Kerry Carpenter back up to the plate. Let's see if he can get a hattie of home runs. As he
They pulled Flaherty out
Oh,
after 5 2/3, about 85, I think 86 pitches. They brought
Pitch
in
count,
Holden.
right?
well, yeah, you don't
I mean,
want
it's
to.
too early, right?
Yeah.
Well, you don't. Yeah, your first
Had
or
a great
second-
first outing. You call it a day.
Yeah, I mean his first outing when he played his former world champion team out there in LA with the Doyers. That was the one thing that he wanted to get his ring, obviously. But this is honestly this first official start. Let's just be honest here.
Mhm.
You're home. It's your first real start, and for him to go out there to pitch 85 to go just shy of 6 innings. That's a great start.
Mhm.
It's a great start. Struck out as many as he did. I'll look at the final stat line here in a little bit to find out how it broke down with him. But Kerry Carpenter, 2 home runs on the day, 2 for 3. Riley Green's up now. He's got a single and a double. He's come across the plate.
Flaherty, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts in his just short of
Nice.
That
six.
is an
7 strikeouts. That's awesome.
That's an
Yep.
outstanding line,
Yeah.
actually, for, like I said, for game 2. But, again, first official game of the season for him.
Mhm.
So, because honestly, because I know a lot of people are going to be very critical of how Tarek Skubal's first 2 games have been.
right. Yeah.
His first game against the Dodgers was lackluster. The game in Seattle, I don't want to point fingers.
Mhm.
I don't want to point fingers, but there was a big error in the second inning by Colt Keith, and it led to 2 runs and eventually led to a third, which ended up being the game winner. So I mean, he's 0-2, but it's not like he's had terrible games so far. And Riley Green just goes yard to
Another
right.
solo shot.
7-1 Tigers with a.
Riley Green, 3 for 4. His
Nice.
first home run of the day.
Nice.
He's a triple away from the cycle. By
you
the
can
way,
hear the
Mm.
cheers
Really?
here at Buddy's. You can hear the cheers.
it's an outstanding atmosphere, and the weather's been perfect.
The
Yeah.
weather's great.
It's nice
I mean,
and
the
cool
weather
out there
is
walking
Sunny
around.
50, that's beautiful sports weather.
Yeah.
Well, considering what last year was snowing, I think, or
This
2
is,
years
and
ago.
I saw this. I thank you, Channel 7, and thank you, Fox News. I saw that this is the first game that's in the 50s that in 7 years. It wasn't snowing or raining
Wow.
in 7 years.
Wow.
So it's been 7 years. They haven't had the weather,
It's a good omen.
Exactly.
It's
it's
a great
very
omen.
good. It's awesome.
You can only hope that it'll stay that. You can only hope that it can stay this way for the weekend. But I know like Saturday the weather is kind of suspect.
That's a big reason why there's so much, energy and so much going on downtown
Here's
too.
the coolest thing, though. Everybody, I was telling Brandon this. Nobody got a chance to celebrate the Tigers making it to the playoffs last year.
No.
And what
right.
the success that they had in the playoffs.
Yep.
Because you end up losing
Mhm.
and everybody goes away.
Mhm.
So this is the culmination of what should have been last year. We should have congratulated them making the playoffs and playing so hard and going against it. Because I'm telling you, if they would have met them, they had a chance against those Yankees if they got by Cleveland. They were dominating the Yankees during those series.
When you're talking playoffs, only one fan base gets to see the
I
last
know.
game be a win.
I get it.
So,
I get it.
but everybody's season ends on kind of a downer,
Yeah.
except for the champs.
But this was a magical year.
Yeah, the way it
because,
played
the
out
way
and how
it
they
played
got in.
out,
Yeah,
how
for
they
sure.
got in.
For sure.
And so baseball's back and you're happy. It's back in the D. And we're feeling great about it now because the way the team is playing and everything I get it.
And of course, they have to go out and start the season against the Dodgers, like the best team money's ever
Well,
bought.
we had to see.
right?
Wait a minute. We had to test the medal, right? We had to test.
And they did all right.
Yes.
You don't win any, but you did some good things. They got some, they're probably hitting better than people thought they were going to. The pitching's been good. And now you come home for the opener, and they're
everybody was worried about injuries.
They're
too.
running away. Yeah, they got 3 or 4
Yeah.
key guys that are still not on the field.
Right.
Now you're putting it to the White Sox, who are
Showing
not
a little kid who caught the home run.
not going to be
Everyone's
that
jumping
good this year,
popcorn.
right?
Yeah, to me, the Central has always been one of those tough divisions to figure out. Like last year, I thought the Tigers could have had some could have caused some noise, but they ran into the injury bug midway through the season. They looked on the down and outs. Eventually, they started trading people away at the trade deadline, and eventually they just kind of built up themselves the best that they could, and they made the wild card spot. And from there, they just kind of built on from that, beat the Astros, go on to play the Guardians, and they took it to 5 games, even with a handicapped Kerry Carpenter to go with it. So I mean, you're looking at a
He
team
can barely move.
right. So I mean, you're just hoping that at least his oblique was good enough where he can turn on some balls to send him yard. And he got one, but they needed a lot more runs from everyone in that game 5 against the Guardians.
Yeah,
but there was a lot of promise for Detroit going into the future. Obviously, missing out on the Bregman lottery that Boston ended up winning out on. Doesn't seem like it's working out all that well from what it sounds like right now. But again, early season. But I think at the same time, the injury, like you said, the injury bug still is affecting him. We're waiting to see what the status of Matt Vierling is going to be. Who's going to, because he'll end up being a rotating guy either at third base or in the outfield. Plus, you're missing Parker Meadows, who is dealing with a core injury, and it sounds like he's going to be out until next month.
Right.
And then it's a matter of, are some of these young guys, are they going to be ready for primetime TV? Essentially primetime TV. We've seen Kolke, which he just had a 2-out double a moment ago, but now he's going from a position that he's used to at second and now playing first base because there wasn't reliability with Spencer Torkelson. So there's a lot of questions, I think, still early on in the season. So the only thing I can tell Tiger fans is breathe in and breathe out.
Right.
It's April and
calm down. But we also have to give the city of Detroit its flowers too.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the way they are presenting this, everything is running smoothly down here, and there's more people on the streets that want to be on the streets here than inside that stadium right now.
Oh yeah,
they want to run around, they want to see things. And Brandon and I were talking about the nearest park that's out here, and I said during the NFL draft, all these parks that are in downtown were filled up with different things.
Oh yeah,
and that's what they do now. They've figured it out and they've taken it, and now they're running with it with other sports.
We might as well turn the whole, downtown part of the city, just make it a whole citywide event, basically. And people are embracing it, which is awesome.
Which has been great. You haven't had problems. You haven't seen anything. People are doing well. I like the party outside when I first got here. at Buddy's, my God, it was great.
Oh, it was popping right
It was
outside.
popping. Everybody
yeah.
was dancing. Everybody was.
They got the party carts rolling up every
Yes,
10 minutes.
Yes, I
Exactly.
saw that. The
It
pedal
was-
pubs. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Pedal pubs,
awesome.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
It was the community. It was a community dance. It wasn't just one set of people. It was everybody doing their thing.
Not complaining because Miz gave me a great hookup for parking. Thank you, by the way. Miz.
Not a
a
problem.
whopping 8-minute walk I think I had, but it was I wasn't even able to do like a straight line because they have so much stuff set up.
Oh,
like
yeah.
there's this line is for this and this line is this, and you got to go through bag checking them. So I'm kind of dipping around and finding my way over here. So just a testament to all the things they have set up out there, all the things that people can do. If you didn't get a ticket or you didn't want to get a ticket, there's like Jamie said, there's more to do around here than if you were in the game. There's no doubt.
So many different tailgates around. Like I said, just trying to drive around to wait for a spot to open up. You know, there's a party over at this bar's parking lot. There's a party in this parking lot that has nothing to do with the bar. It's just a regular old parking lot. People have got a pop-up going on over there. I mean, the restaurant around the corner is just, they got lines out the door.
Every time we stopped at a red light, there was a parking lot that was throwing their own tailgate right outside. Like
and,
it was,
I mean, this is the
Walking
closest.
over here, we saw so many people just tailgating.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
This is the equivalent of like a football game day in Michigan at U of M.
Yeah.
It feels like that.
You can compare it to
It's
that,
obviously,
yes.
but obviously in a more tighter capacity because it seems like that there's no giant golf course. There's no high school with a
if
couple
you're
of giant
anywhere
parking
close
lots.
to the stadium and you got a parking lot, you're throwing a party.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Pretty
Why
concentrated.
wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you? Everybody come and join, and I think people they've been really nice and letting people join, and it's just great. It's a great community here.
Because I mean, because Bob and I drove down here. I took the back way.
Taking the back way in.
We ended up going through Corktown.
Oh, okay.
Because I knew
All
it was going to be jam packed down 94.
Waves or Google?
No, this was
back
memory.
of his brain.
That's in your brain.
Yeah.
Wow.
So now I'm calling Miz for weather updates and turn by turn
That's
directions.
what I would do.
in
No,
Detroit.
like I said, we cross out of Allen Park, get into the Dearborn Detroit border, get off at Michigan Ave, and just took Michigan Ave all the way in. I'm telling Bobby stories that I can't tell on the radio or on stream for anonymity
It's like,
purposes.
I remember being in that building. I remember going to that building.
A lot of stories that I can't talk about on these airways. It don't matter what platform we're on.
Right.
But just going through and just, reminiscing like, yeah, I remember driving through this neck of the woods. And, just like I said, just a back way because I knew the freeway was going to be congested. And I know the 94 off-ramp at Woodward is over by where what they call the Golden Tower, the Fisher Building.
Right.
I know it's a pain in the butt to try to drive through all that traffic. It was a pain in the butt trying to drive around Campus Martius. That just tells you something. That if I got to come from the north side back to the south side by the river, it was going to be a pain in the butt. So taking the back way in was the way to go. But this is crazy as we see another one of those pedal pubs, roll right in front. And it got a DJ in there too.
DJ on the pedal pub.
I think.
That's the same one.
That's the one, right?
That's the one.
I think
He's
there's
gonna,
3 of them
he's gonna
total
pop
that
it.
are going
Oh,
through.
yeah.
Pop it.
Last time I was out here, I was catching videos of the stadium filling up from a distance and the pedal pubs. You got people twerking off the back of this thing right outside.
Oh yeah.
Right outside Buddy's.
But man, it's just outstanding atmosphere for this home opener here in downtown Detroit. And hey, Tigers are up 7-1. It's going to the top of the 7th inning right now for Detroit. And I mean, you couldn't ask for a better outcome right now.
This is
for
a great
Detroit.
day. It's a great,
Oh, yeah.
And you get a victory. I mean, did they play?
Well,
wait a
don't
minute.
jinx it. Don't
Did
jinx it
Major
now.
League help this out? I mean, you
As
think
far
about
as
it with
as
the
far as the
Chicago
A little extra
and-
promotion.
I mean, a little extra there.
So I kind of talked about, I don't know if I brought it up with you or Bobby or with someone else, but people were asking like, why would Detroit and why isn't there like a day grace period? I'm like, well, first off, they're coming from the West Coast.
Right.
Yeah.
And granted, they had an afternoon game over there where it was like a 1 o'clock, first pitch there, it's like 4 o'clock over here. It's still the travel and trying to get your body reacclimated with the time change as well. Think of jet lag. But at the same time, the Tigers are playing a divisional foe. You're going to play them 6 series roughly per year.
Right.
So you got,
Yeah.
so like if you have a rain out tomorrow or Sunday, it's not like you're not going to have a double header, for a future one.
Right.
Which, by the way, if you do come on down, you come by and say hi to us. We do have some Detroit Tiger schedules
Oh yeah.
with
Those are always
everything on it.
nice.
We've got some of the promotional stuff.
I mean,
on
I
there.
know you're not in the paper and everything like that, but you get that old schedule and you got it in your pocket all the time.
listen,
Put it in your wallet.
The
You always know it.
the
Leave it in
minute,
your car.
yeah, the minute
Check it whenever
In
you
your
get
car,
it. Yeah.
whatever.
the minute that those came into the station, I immediately got a hold of the folks. I'm like, hey, got Tiger schedules. You want a couple? And they're like,
Mhm.
no, we just need one for the kitchen. I go, bro, I can get you like a half dozen and put them all around the house if you want. Like that, you can make a wallpaper out of this thing if you want. That's how many we had, but we got a whole bunch here. But yeah, outstanding atmosphere here in Detroit for this for home opener. And the thing is like this isn't the only thing happening in Detroit today.
Oh God, no.
Red Wings
Yeah,
play
Red
Carolina
Wings.
later on tonight over at LCA.
Mhm.
It's the home opener for the Michigan Panthers.
Right.
Yep.
So right behind Comerica, they'll be
And-
playing over there at Ford Field.
And then over on the Fox, we got Tina Fey and Amy Poehler doing a show.
Oh, serious?
wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
So there's a whole
That'll
bunch
bring
of
some
stuff.
people out.
That'll
Oh,
bring
yeah.
some people out. This
Yeah,
is going to
for
be a
sure.
nice night.
It's going to be great.
Should
I
have got
mean,
the family to come down.
Mhm.
Get a hotel.
yeah, the
You
hotel.
know?
Make your own triple header.
Exactly.
Make it a hotel. But I mean, the thing is that the rain, there is a talk of rain maybe overnight.
Yeah.
But even then, like
Ah.
it's like you're downtown for the afternoon, having a good time. A little bit of rain's not going to ruin your day, especially when the Tigers are up 7-1,
Mhm.
and they're going to assumingly pull off a victory and put themselves into first.
And you could have
place.
been down here probably from about 8 a.m., which I'm sure people were.
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely.
Oh,
So,
no. There
yeah,
was guys
this-
down here.
you could have packed it in today.
Yep.
6:30 a.m. I'm
Yeah.
like, what are you doing?
Yeah, you could have packed
What
it
are
in
you
today for
doing
sure.
down there?
I mean, the only time that I've been downtown for any kind of party was St. Patrick's Day over in Corktown. That's the only
Right.
time that I ever see me downtown that early, and that's for a party,
Mhm.
and that's what you got here downtown Detroit.
Right.
We're here at Buddy's, right across. Like I said, about a block, literally a foot walk away from Comerica
Oh,
Park.
my God. We're right there. I mean, I'm
I'm out
telling
here
you.
waving at people in the upper deck.
Right. I'm out here. Yeah.
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 If
Come on
I
down.
lean back in my chair just a little bit, I could see the whole upper deck.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's
It's
right
kind
there.
of cool.
I mean,
Very cool.
'cause
And what do we have? Jalen Rose, one of the advertising
Oh, yeah.
trucks that come through.
oh
Jalen
yeah,
Rose.
the leadership, his
Leadership Academy. Yeah.
Exactly. So we got that outside of us. I mean, it's telling us something, right?
Was either that or driving by seeing the Legend Strip Club one.
Yeah.
That was one I got stuck behind a couple times. I'm like, okay, I know. Stop by your establishment. I get it. It's too expensive for
Yeah.
me.
Remember they had to bring your ticket stub?
mm,
Oh
mm.
yeah.
So I heard.
I had
Allegedly.
allegedly. I mean, yeah, I've had a few I told you I had a few openers in my lifetime.
Oh yeah,
A few openers
You were a bachelor at one point.
at one time.
At one point,
Yep.
as we hit the stretch. By the way, bottom 7 coming up here for the Detroit Tigers, up 7-1. As we're like I said, we're on stream. We'll join the radio side of things after the
Post
radio
game,
after
right?
the post game
Mhm.
show is done. Derek is back in the studio. Derek and Kojo are holding it down back at the Big 1050 studios right now, and they'll keep an update when Dan Dickerson and them wrap up from Comerica Park, and we'll go live on the radio from there. I know we got your man Rob is here too.
Yeah,
So
Rob Pence over here.
Rob Pence going to join us on the air
He's
too.
going to join on the air, be with us. We got a guest that's coming here from boxing.
Oh,
You know,
that's right.
Detroit's
Hey.
known for its boxing.
Nice.
So,
That's right.
you
Yeah,
know,
that's
we'll
right.
get something. We'll interview him.
My father
talk about
actually
that.
helped out with over at Crunk Gym.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, back in the day, I guess he was. He did he's a retired HVAC worker.
Oh,
so
okay.
he did a lot of like the
Okay.
ventilation stuff. Because he talked about all the times like he wanted to come meet. His name is
Marvin
escaping.
Hagler.
No, the boxer that started Crunk Gym.
Oh, what was the guy's name? I got to think about that one. That's the one I got to
That's
think.
where Google comes in here. You know, just
I'm blanking on
We'll
that
get
one.
to the name.
Emmanuel.
Oh,
Emmanuel Stewart. Yeah. Emmanuel
I don't
Stewart.
know.
I think so.
I believe
think
you.
that's it. Trust me. I told you my brain is old, but it'll pull it. I pulled it out.
Has that man got a car hat?
yeah, it's
Yes.
the
Yes.
one the liquor
Gin and
Oh,
juice.
yeah.
Gin and juice. Isn't that Snoop Dogg and
Snoop Dogg
and
and
Dre?
I think. Yeah.
Dr. Dre?
Yeah.
Emmanuel Stewart, you were
No,
correct.
Thank
I'm
you.
sorry, Hitman. Thomas Hitman is her.
Thomas Hitman.
That was
yes.
the one thing when my father went to Kronk Gym to do the work. He's like, "Where's Hitman at? I want me."
So
to
he's the big name.
Mm.
yeah,
Manuel
He's the
Stewart.
one-
Emmanuel
yeah.
Stewart is established
head
Kronk
trainer.
Gym.
Yeah.
And it's
but-
named
right.
after John Kronk.
Yeah.
Detroit City Council.
Yep.
There you go. All right. So there's the names. There's the names.
there's the history for you right there. The more you know, right there. Do. As they're cheering, showing no glory on
They
the
got
screen.
the 7th inning stretch. They had a bunch of Michigan native veterans.
They're singing.
Of course, yeah. I don't know who sang the.
They were just doing a quick tribute to a bunch of the veterans that showed up to the game.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
The one thing I was kind of curious about, they had was it Keegan Michael Key throughout the first pitch.
Oh, did
that's
he?
awesome.
Yeah, I wanted to know because
What name did he use?
I think he actually went with Keegan Michael Key. Surprisingly,
Detroit's
I would've
own.
liked- yeah.
Detroit's own Keegan Michael Key.
That's probably why.
not
yeah.
not Hingle McCringleberry, not
Not James
Fudge.
Franklin.
no, not no, that wasn't.
Yep.
Fudge. That was
Coach Hines?
that was Jordan Peele. No, or it wasn't even James Franklin. So that was
Right.
the other
Yeah.
one. But
That was really cool that he.
a lot of
Shut up,
a lot of those ceremonial first pitches, especially when it's a celebrity, you want to see like where they actually gauge out at.
Did he
compared-
gun it in there? Did he have it? Did he
Yeah,
throw a
that's
strike?
why
Look, I don't know if it was a strike, but it was a good first
Okay.
pitch.
As
All right.
long as like you can't get any worse than
Online,
50
got
Cent.
there
Did
in
he
the
get
air.
it across the plate?
Yes.
Okay, as long as you didn't go like over to
I
Oakland
mean, the
County
worst,
with this
the
throw.
worst,
That's
the
all
worst
matters.
throw. 50 Cent.
Probably
Yes.
50 Cent.
50
Had to
Cent
be.
has got to be the worst
50
first
Cent.
pitch
I
ever.
can't.
Sometimes you get those
didn't
intentional
somebody hit
walk
somebody-
first pitches.
Who's
It's
the
like,
dude
ah,
that hit the
somebody hit-
Nats?
somebody hit
A
the
cameraman
Nats.
to the
Somebody
Nats.
hit it.
That
That's
was,
my
cameraman.
favorite
that
one.
was in that was with the Red Sox. For some reason, like I know the guy had a jersey that said Benintendi or whatnot,
That's
but I
probably my
wasn't
favorite
100% sure. But no, I know like that was that was one of the other bad ones. But no, 50 Cent always takes the
Right.
cake
Yeah.
or whatnot. But no,
Well, if you're gonna be bad, be real bad.
you
And
might
that's
as well.
what 50. That's what 50 did.
Yeah.
He was real bad.
own it.
Like, listen, man, there's no reason why the Mets don't welcome me back anymore.
Would you have him back?
No, but then again, sorry, Matty Leach, but it's also the Brooklyn. It's also the New York Mets. When you think of New York baseball, you think of the Yankees.
Juan Soto.
Well,
on the Mets.
yeah, but that's also because he got big payday. I don't know.
I'm
if
just
he-
saying.
Well,
That for the Mets.
I
I
don't know
when
if
you
the-
think of him. He didn't get a Bobby Bonilla deal.
well, that's true. That
He
is
ain't gonna
very
get
true.
paid for the next what? How many years?
I want to say for another at
God,
least 5.
We were talking about this on the Sunday show. I don't know why. Like, he is so fun to hate, Juan Soto.
the
I don't-
man's making money.
Oh, yeah.
He's sitting on
I mean, even before that huge trade, that
Right.
huge deal, just watching him play, there is something incredibly satisfying about watching a talented, hateable player.
Well, Bobby was not used to. He's used to Pittsburgh.
to
when he-
2035.
When he got
Yeah,
he got
July
to
1st.
the Mets, New
He's
York,
got
Oh, yeah.
10 more years
the
of getting paid
media
by the
was
Mets.
Bobby
media
Bonilla Day.
was really hateful.
Oh,
to
yeah,
him.
light him up.
Really hateful. So yeah, he's that guy, and he's challenged
He's,
reporters. He used to say,
he's leaned
"Come on,
into it, though.
try to do it.
Yeah.
Try me. I'm like, wow.
Hey.
Like, damn,
By the way, it
okay.
was just a random fan who hit the cameraman and the buddies.
It was a random.
yeah,
okay.
he just got brought out there to do it. And
Okay,
just,
I thought it
ripped the
was
seat
someone.
Dude, I thought it was a celebrity.
I thought so, too.
that would have made it better, but still funny. The clip is
It's-
fantastic.
Yeah, just a cameraman next to you. You see, because he got tagged.
Cameraman
He got tagged in the
cameraman.
beanbag.
Oh yeah, he got tagged hard.
And for those who have ever, I've had the privilege to shoot photos at a game.
Oh, really?
Oh, that's
You are locked into your like you don't like. There's no way to know that was coming for you
Oh
like
no.
that. Had
You
to
don't
be-
see it coming.
Oh no,
You don't
like
see
because you're locked in and like the ball. Like well, first of all, he was probably looking where the ball was supposed to go, and it went way over the catcher's head. got him
Maybe
right-
you catch it coming your direction. You're like, oh, it'll come near me. No.
Yeah,
right
I mean,
at you.
I've shot a bunch of football games at Michigan, a handful of basketball, and you feel very, very vulnerable behind
yeah.
the lens.
Always
Very
protect
vulnerable.
the McNuggets.
Yeah, got to.
Well, it's not even just that, but like it's the fact that you've got 200, 300-pound men that are running at full
Oh, it's
speed
scary,
to catch
man.
a ball.
Yeah, it's scary. They're
It's like,
on you.
anytime, like when Isaiah was doing the same thing, I'm like, I don't know how you do it, especially when some of those end zones don't have enough space
right.
No.
where you can back up.
They're
Like,
on you in a hurry
Oh,
on the
yeah.
sidelines, man, for
oh
sure.
yeah, like that to me, like that'd be my fear.
They
right
need
there.
a warning.
Jamie
track.
knows a little bit about that.
Just move to the right and slide back.
You deck any
to
cameramen in
the
your
right
day?
and slide back. What?
I'm sure you
lay out
piled
any-
into somebody in your day.
Yeah,
in
Oh,
your
I've
day.
hit a lot of people.
Oh, yeah.
I hit a lot of people. I'm
There
not
you
gonna lie
go,
to you.
yeah.
I hit a lot of people.
Shoulder
Yeah, I
pads
do
as
all the
big as
time,
this
right.
table.
Oh my god.
I do. Yes, we did have big shoulder pads.
Oh
I'm
man,
not gonna lie about
that was one of the things that stood out the most when I put on the highlight. I'm like, Jamie's got some speed, and I'm thinking, how does he even move and all that stuff?
The bigger the better, apparently. That
Golly.
was the fashion of the '80s. I guess that's the thing coming back. I guess in fashion, it's like wearing the big old pads or whatever with your clothing or whatnot.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean that's
Borderline
takes some-
zoot suit stuff, you know.
Oh, damn, the zoot suits.
Yeah.
though.
Oh yeah. We at some point we.
Oh,
I
there's a
think we
full-on
should go
dance party happening outside.
Oh,
Buddy's
yeah.
Oh
right now.
yeah,
Like I said, the DJ for like I said for that traveling
they're swag
bar,
surfing.
the
For
swag
the
surfing,
pedal,
yeah.
They're
the pedal
swag
bar.
surfing
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now.
They
I
just
think they
having a good
stopped
old
carrying
time.
driving people around, and they're just DJing out front.
Oh yeah. Like I said, I was trying. Like I said, trying to get that spot out front. I'm just trying
I
to
think
get
that's what
there.
it
and
is.
I'm like
That's what
everyone's
they're-
just standing there, and
This
There's-
is quite a good spot.
Oh,
Jamie
yeah.
was telling
Oh,
me
yeah.
before I got here that
dude,
this was
it's
happening.
a great spot.
absolutely. I mean, I know there was talk of a different venue of going to, but this one is perfect. Honestly, this
I
is a
love
perfect
this
place
spot.
to be.
This has been great. I think it's a great spot. It's a great opportunity to sit here and just watch from the window.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Absolutely,
Just watch from the window and do it what it is we do.
absolutely. I mean, it's just a party, man. That's what it is. It's what it's all about. Everyone having a good time and enjoying the start, the unofficial start of spring.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what's up, or at least for the most
Mhm.
part. I wasn't sure because I know he's been walking around. What time were we thinking about having Rob on with us? Did you want him on
as soon as
radio,
yeah,
or-
no, I want to put him on now. I mean,
Look, I'll tag out after the next break. I'll
Okay,
let
well,
your man hop in here.
Well, I just want to make sure because like if we want to have him on radio and on stream at the same time, we can do that. We do it like 4:00 or whatever.
right, we can do that too.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So I think at the
But
4
I just
o'clock hour,
wanted
we'll
you
have
to know
Rob in.
who we had waiting to come in and
In the wings,
yeah.
ready.
Absolutely. So we got that
Man
going
on deck, as the baseball players say.
on the on deck circle.
Mhm.
Those because they're obviously showing the home. They're showing behind home plate, and like I said, when I sat down to get everything set back up, like I was beyond confused because
Mhm.
like the backdrop behind home plate did not look like Comerica Park,
Mm.
and I think the reason why is because they tore up everything down low to put those new seats in. And obviously, I think you probably have seen the new seats.
They're green.
They're green, but it's they're extremely comfortable. From like they're almost movie theater esque. They're heated and cooled. where,
These are
like,
movie theater seats.
That's,
Oh, yeah.
that's wild.
It is wild. I'm like,
It's weird that they're not full for opening day. Like, I don't know. Like, part of that's kind of cool because they kind of get to showcase them. I don't know if, like, this would be a weird thing to do, but almost intentionally, hey, we don't want to fill all of them. We want everyone
So
who's
you can
watching the
see 'em?
game to see these fancy seats that we got.
We got him.
So-
We got him for some time.
okay,
Cool.
I
So
got you.
we
Yeah,
we good.
It's interesting seeing them all, behind it. So everyone watching that had no idea. Like, I didn't know until today that we had got these new fancy seats. I'm looking going, ooh, those seats
But
look real
you
cool.
understand, these seats are heating and cooling.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they're good for everything, and
Mhm.
it's a little lie back too.
Oh, yeah.
It's a
I-
little
no,
lie back.
We were just saying, like, if they're all full, if they had every single seat full behind the plate, do people notice, or do they just think, hey, behind home plate's completely full? But it's like you leave a couple of them open, everyone watching the game on TV goes, oh, now those seats look fancy.
They are
let
fancy.
me go see what that's about.
I
Oh.
think a little bit also has to do. I mean, again, I think because it's
Do you
a
like the
Friday
color?
afternoon.
I
Do you
don't.
like that color?
Why wouldn't they just do navy blue?
I mean,
Because
the whole
they stick
stadium,
out.
the
You
whole
want-
stadium's
you
got the
want-
green seats.
You want people to say, "What are those seats for?"
Maybe so.
They
yeah.
look
They're not even the
special.
same green as the other fold down seats, though. They're kind of this
Exactly.
like dark teal kind of
They're
color.
a teal. They're a Miami Dolphin teal. That's what I
Yeah.
call it.
Pistons teal, if
More
you
of a-
will.
Or
Oh,
Piston
boy.
teal.
Jacksonville
Oh.
Jag. It's more of a
But
Jaguar.
dare we call it Piston
Put a
teal?
33 on it, call it the
Exactly.
Grant Hill seat.
Look out.
That's much better.
There it is.
Miami's real bright. You don't want to call them Jags teal because they're bad, but
No.
Pistons
No, we don't
teal
want
works.
no Jags. We don't want that. We don't want to ever reference no Jaguars up in here. Duval. Sorry.
Duval.
Duval, the claw.
That dude is just wild.
Listen,
bro,
apparently,
with his introduction. man.
I don't have a dog in the fight with that guy, but apparently they love him. They like the players love that. Like that
glad the players
that
do,
one
but
clip
do.
of him saying Duval was not a representation of how dude really is. But it's gonna live on forever because it was bad.
Hey,
If someone you like does something silly, everyone
you got,
applauds.
yeah,
it.
you got it.
absolutely, yeah.
It's a
Absolutely.
keeper.
It is. I mean, it's something that's got. I mean, there's so many internet things that are going to live forever. Duval,
Dude, it's just his face, the way.
But it's funny when it's funnier when the like I said when he was starting up. Kind of got distracted with the people.
You
doing
get
that.
distracted.
I'm a movie's
That's why
ropes.
we.
Okay.
That's why we're live, baby.
Right.
That's why we're live.
But I mean, like I think what it was is more the fact that there's been so many different iconic internet things that have happened
Yeah.
with coaches or whatever, that like you're not entirely sure. Like that is iconic, and I think it's even more iconic, especially when he decides to go back to Tampa Bay and say, "I'm not taking the job," and then all of a sudden gets a phone call and say, "All right, we changed. We're willing to change the contract deal up. You want to come back through?" And you're like, "Duval." Like, okay. Apparently, it's the money. Hey, it must be the
Duval.
money.
That's so good.
Yeah, he got paid.
Exactly.
Dude, you get paid. You tell a little, what do you call it? Little white
lie.
Oh, yeah.
Just a little white lie.
Occasionally, you got to tell a little white lie. You know?
Why not?
Yeah, exactly it.
Miss,
Minor
can you,
omission,
can
little
you,
exaggeration. Look, it happens.
can you see my phone screen on the stream?
A little bit, yeah.
Wow.
Why are you sending some salacious?
I just,
pictures?
you never know what
Look,
pops up.
Look, that camera ain't 4K.
I can't-
You'll be
I
all right.
can't-
Twitter
yeah, I-
can be a dangerous place.
I mean, I can't zoom in on that
All
camera.
right.
I don't have the capabilities of doing that.
Enhance, magnify.
Right, exactly.
Forget what last page I was last on. You know, I don't know.
Wow.
Start judging this man for his tabs.
Just want to make sure everything's on the up and up on the camera.
No,
Yeah, everything's
you are.
fine.
It's
Everything's
good.
fine.
It's
Like I said,
good.
as long as you ain't sending no, dirty pictures or whatnot. There's no dirty pictures showing up on your screen.
I think I could wait for that.
Oh,
Yeah,
girl
you
got a
might.
big. She got a big old double
That's
double
a big
burger.
old. That's
boy.
a big old smash burger.
I
right
wasn't
there.
sure where you,
Smash
I didn't know
burger.
what you were. I didn't know where you were
Smash.
going
I'm
with
sorry.
that, Jamie.
I was looking. I saw she was introducing the burger
Smash.
up on TV.
Smash.
Low
A
key, that
smash
looks incredible.
burger. That
I need
does
to
look
give me a
good.
couple slices of pizza here.
That's
When
what
you're
I'm
winning
saying.
7-1, you got to talk about something else.
You got to talk about the food, the new food that comes in. You
I
know, I know like
Eating a burger in a
I'm-
fur coat, the animal activists
Exactly.
are furious.
how you know?
How
How
dare-
you know it's real fur?
It's not.
Okay.
I bet money it
See?
would.
I don't
It
think
might
it's
be real
real.
leather.
I think the meat's real.
They're
though.
still
Oh, yeah.
furious.
Oh, that meat is real.
Oh, yeah.
That's real.
Fur and leather.
Oh,
and
trust me.
Big
Oh,
ass
someone
I
hamburger.
just-
know the difference.
that ain't
Someone
that
just-
Jamie Moore's Beyond Beef.
Exactly.
Someone
that's
just
the
went to
real
hand her a
deal.
Miller latte real quick. Did you see that?
We were talking about the
they
difference
threw
between
it in the
burgers and
screen.
chicken
It's like,
sandwiches,
here.
Jamie.
It's like you might need something to wash that down, lady. Would you like a bush latte? Would you like a Miller latte, please?
You say a Miller latte?
A Miller latte.
A Miller latte.
Anything, any light beer. You just throw
Yeah,
a latte,
Just
Bud
with a
latte.
latte on it.
Extra
They'll
foam?
drink it if it's a latte.
It makes. Hey, listen, it goes from being a domestic to being sounds very imported. Yeah, imported from a different state.
For some reason, Bush latte sounds the best to me, and is also probably the worst of the bunch. So that's the one you really go with.
Yeah.
Bush latte.
Well, I think a lot of it had to do with the guy, the You Betcha guys.
You betcha.
Yeah, where they do a podcast and they're like,
yeah,
You Betcha.
You betcha.
And they always open up. All right, 3, 2, 1, Bush. Crack it open. They take a sip. Oh, it's so cold. Oh, it's so cold. Those guys are hilarious. Charlie Berenson, I think, is one of the comedians. I can't remember the name of the other guy, but
Why do you know that?
Because it's Midwest comedy, and Midwest
I guess
comedy is
that's
perfect.
why.
I love it. I love Midwest comedy because it's like, I can relate.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I can relate.
Dave Rieger.
How you doing, sir?
Dave Rieger's in here.
Our
He's
guy
in the
from-
house.
Our man from WJR.
Everything's great. You've done a great job, Dave.
Yeah,
We really appreciate
We really
everything
do.
you've done.
Yeah. Is our guy Ray doing okay over across?
How's
town?
Ray doing? Ah,
If there isn't one challenge, there's always something else, you know.
you guys put it in the work, man.
He's done it 15 minutes though. Then he'll break down from over there.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm about to try to leave.
Okay.
Try and sneak out of here. Good luck.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we're gonna try to dip out
Again,
ourselves.
thank you for everything you've done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Love it. Hey, awesome.
I just-
Thank you for the hospitality. Thank you for doing everything. Everything's working great.
Yeah,
Say
Yeah.
hi to everybody.
we're on the stream. We
All
got
of
the
6 people.
Yeah. And like I said, once the Tiger game comes to a
Exactly.
conclusion, as far as the radio side of things, we'll join on air with radio and have some more fun chopping it up before we sign off. And hey, we got to talk about it because we were going to talk about it a little bit when we were doing the test stream on Wednesday.
Thanks.
All right,
Have a
Dave,
good day.
appreciate it,
Dave,
man.
Thank you for everything.
but it's finally Final Four weekend.
Yeah,
We got to
Yeah.
talk about it. 'Cause
that.
We were going to talk about it Wednesday on the test stream, but we
right.
didn't get a chance
I was
to.
telling Brandon we gotta reseed this,
Okay.
and you tell me you're number 1 overall now, and why? I mean, the first number one overall seed was Auburn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, when it started, when it all started,
Right.
68. Yeah, 68 started.
Yep.
Now, who's your number 1 seed in the 4?
I still think it's the team that's going to win the national championship. I still think it's Duke. I think Duke is the number one. It's got to be the top dog. The thing is that
The most athletic one is Florida, though.
they are. They're very tall and
They
shockingly
and
fast.
they fly around. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Those are the most athletic. Now,
They run the. I mean, you see
But
them doing full court.
Houston will shut you down.
Houston's
They play.
length, physicality, and
Yeah.
defense is.
That's very true.
I'm with Miz. I think it's Duke. I picked them to lose to Arizona, I believe, when I first filled out
Oh,
my
really?
bracket
Okay.
because.
You know, there's still hate of Duke all over the country.
Oh, there
still.
is.
But my reasoning was because like Cooper Flag's superhuman. I didn't think he'd be anywhere near 100% after he bent his ankle to the floor.
Yeah.
And he looks like he didn't hurt it at all. He's been incredible throughout the whole tournament. So with him being at 100% and the rest of that team kind of coming together during the tournament, I
But
think
he
it's
is
Duke.
human. He had a bad game against Arkansas
Arkansas.
or Alabama.
But to have that young youth that he
Right.
has.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Because
mean,
trust me, I saw that ankle bend during the ACC tournament.
I mean, he was
and I was hurting.
a foot and a half above the rim grabbing a rebound, came down on
Mhm.
someone's foot, and his ankle was 90 degrees.
Those
like
rolled ankles
bent to the ground.
suck so bad.
and
too.
that's you know like anybody who's played basketball has done that before, and it's not good.
no.
And he's all of 230 pounds,
All
and
it-
and
I'm going to
back in
tell
a
you,
week, missed the ACC tournament back like nothing happened.
The
Yeah.
human body can adjust to anything if it's treated right.
That's what I'm saying.
And
He
Ross,
he
they
got all the best
him
of the
in
best that
in
dude.
that cold compress,
Hyperbaric, all that stuff.
hyperbaric.
Yep, yep.
They iced it down, kept it iced. They electrically hit it. They did everything they could to
And he's
do
19.
it. And yes,
And
he's 19.
Yeah.
Food in Europe, get that magic spray all the trainers got where you just spray their leg and all of a sudden they're fine.
Exactly.
Meanwhile, I got my brother somehow in my ear just saying, "Rice, Miz, rice,
Rest,
rice."
no, rest, ice,
right.
compression,
Right,
elevation.
Exactly.
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
you're
Yep.
right.
Like I said, he's not being an occupational therapist. He's telling me that all the time. Like, dude, I hurt my insert body part here. How do I get it to feel better? He's like, rice.
Yeah.
I go,
That's it.
So
That's exactly right.
I'm like,
I treat it like a wet
like-
phone.
I
like-
tried to backflip on a trampoline 3 days after I turned 40. This was July 3rd, and my ankle still
Oh
hurts.
no, baby! What is
Today.
he doing?
I know, exactly. I mean, I did a lot of
What a
ricing.
choice!
Oh, yeah.
and it's still
it's like, we talking Uncle Ben? Are we talking minute rice? Like, what are we talking? You're like, no. Like, I had to rest.
I still
Rest.
wake up every morning and it pops louder than it should. We'll
Oh,
put
I
it that
know.
way, yeah.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
Always.
That's the
some part
difference
about it,
between the care you would get at Duke and the care you would get at my house
Mhm.
and being 19 and being 40.
Well,
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing.
It's also
And
why I'm not smart. to go
they
to Duke
flexed
as well.
it. They did everything they could. They kept it loose and all the things you can do. And that young man is ready to play.
Absolutely.
Again, all I'm going to say to you is that this it's chalk. We knew it was
Yeah.
going to be chalk, but
I was hoping it wasn't going to be though, too. You know,
I mean,
but
I mean, it never is.
that's true.
So, you're
not going to have chalk you're going to have chalk a lot now.
Yeah.
Nowadays,
there's a fear of that, and it does seem to the formula seems to make sense. But
Because they were talking about, I think they were talking about that on, it had to have been ESPN or some show that I was listening to that said that the committee's probably back at home patting themselves on the back, like, hey, we did, we got it right. The top seeds are moving on to the championship down in San Antonio.
well, but everybody wants a little.
sometimes that's all. I mean, no, I'm not saying it's always awesome when a little guy wins.
Absolutely.
But then at some point they turn back into the little guy, and you don't want a 25-point win in the championship.
No.
So like
no.
there's give and take.
The clock hits midnight. for
Yes,
Cinderella
exactly.
At some point.
the clock runs out on Cinderella, and they play
Well,
like
they play-
like a 13 seed,
Well,
and,
yeah.
and the game's not even close.
Yeah.
So they get an upset. That's incredible. Oh, how'd they do that? How'd they do that? And then they play like they played all year in the
It's-
next game, and they get blown out.
It's
You're like,
really
you know.
the top 3 seeds that you look for to get upset. First round, second round.
Yeah.
Those are the ones
Yeah,
you want to
but
see.
but to have no ones knocked out is it's
None.
never happened before.
Right.
So I mean, obviously that's not.
The only other time was 2008,
You'd
obviously.
Yeah.
say,
2008,
one other
yeah.
time maybe, yeah.
Down in San Antonio.
So
Yeah.
you say you don't want it chalky, but like these are the 4 best teams. Why would that's what you ultimately
Yeah.
want to get, isn't it? But
I mean, yeah.
it takes some of the lure.
I
of
think
the
a lot of
tournament.
people took Michigan State to be that team that was going to beat
Auburn.
Auburn.
I thought they were going to beat Auburn and then lose.
I have Auburn winning the whole thing. Actually,
Ooh.
Oh, really?
yeah. I do.
Wow. Even, wait a minute.
Brucey Bruce
are you
gets his first.
rethinking it now, or are you,
No, I would pick Duke now.
okay?
I would because I think
I
they've
still
played-
got
I think
Florida.
they've been better.
I think Florida's the most.
I actually think now I think Auburn's the 4th seed.
I think
I
yeah,
agree.
I do
I
too.
very much agree.
even though I have them winning
I took
it.
Florida. I took Duke. My reseed.
I'd say Duke,
I
Florida,
said
but
I
yeah.
got Florida, Duke, Houston, and then Auburn.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Auburn, they're beat up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
was it Brome is the
Bromey.
one that's he's
Bromey.
like the big threat down low. I mean,
But this is where
hope that his
it is.
elbow's fine.
It is pretty dope that it's 4-1 seeds because if Auburn does win it, you're not going to be like shocked.
No,
right.
No,
you know,
no.
you've got 4 teams that can win it.
Mhm.
I mean, I would rank them 1 through 4, like I just said, but
I think
there's not a big gap.
I think I'd be more surprised if if it was Auburn and Duke for the national championship, and Auburn goes out and just boat races.
Yeah,
Duke.
I don't see that happening.
No, I don't see any boat. I don't see any boat racing for these last 3 games on the men's side. It just, I don't know. I think you're gonna have those long extended games where it's gonna be the clock management and timeouts and the coaching prowess is really gonna kind of show itself. And I think that's what you're going to get for these last 3 games on the men's side down in San Antonio.
If you had to put some money on it, do you think any of them will be double-digit wins for the rest of the way?
I don't think so.
No, I think they're going to be tight games.
I think so, too.
I think
And that's where
gonna
I'm
be
saying,
real
like,
tight games.
That's
Yeah.
where when you get chalk, you're like, oh, okay, like these are going to be good. I
Now,
don't
if
even see
Bromey
an
doesn't
opportunity.
play, if he doesn't play, it could be a double digit.
I think that would be the
That
big
one,
thing.
So-
if
I was not that surprised when Duke put the whooping on Alabama. The Houston-Tennessee blowout did
Mhm.
surprise me
Yeah.
a bit.
yeah,
So
Yeah,
I don't
Tennessee was kind of like a trendy pick for some to go all the way. So
was,
yeah,
yeah.
it was a
There were a
trendy
few-
pick. They were number 1 at one
There were a
time
few
and
people
everything
who had
like
that
that.
in our
Right.
bracket too. Yeah.
People took them. I didn't trust in
I was
them.
riding in
No.
first place for a long time, and then Purdue. Why? Why do I pick
plays
Purdue?
to the level of their opponent,
And then
They
Arizona.
always have.
I had Arizona beating Duke.
Well,
and
wait,
that,
well, the
that didn't
Philistine
happen.
ain't
could've
there
beat-
no more.
Yeah.
Purdue could have beat Houston.
Yeah.
If the little lumberjack would have stayed in his position.
No.
Yeah, if he had stayed in his lane,
If
everything
he
would
stayed
have
in
been
his
fine.
lane, don't go over there and mess with. Hey, do your job.
Yeah.
Braden Smith.
Do your job, Braden. Do your job. Not anyone else's. And he ran away,
Mhm.
threw it in, and the kid dunked it.
Yeah,
I'm like,
right there. Easiest bucket
He
of
got
the
got.
game.
he got.
Yeah.
They got it.
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious now because I haven't checked my bracket after.
I'm in like
after last
12th
weekend.
of 20 now or something. I
So
got cooked at
I'm
the,
like I said, I'm in 2 different brackets. One with who we call not Ms. Kyle.
Kyle.
He hosts one, and then one of our former. He apparently did not. Is like I'm not Ms. Was some kind of conversation.
That's
It's a
the
long
thing.
story with it.
Not Miz.
like we're both big dudes, but like
He's not Miz.
Yeah, he's not.
He's
Miz.
not Miz.
The other one was
He
former.
doesn't count you in. He
Yeah.
doesn't do anything that Miz does. He doesn't do anything.
I'm my own anomaly. Apparently, is what we're getting at.
I'm
here.
not Miz. No, you're not.
The only other one I'm in is a former employee at the station. He does one every year,
Mhm.
and I think I was like in the top 4 going into the Sweet 16 weekend. But then obviously things happen down the line as Bobby is taking some vidya for social.
Mhm.
So you gotta do the socials, bro.
I
Gotta do
got
the
you.
socials.
I got you. Well, all I'm gonna say is I'm in no brackets. I'm in nothing. I sent my bracket to Miz.
Yep.
The only one, and my better half. I sent it to her too. But I'm doing pretty good right now. I'm
Mhm.
sitting kind of pretty right now.
I'm actually first place in Kyle's league right now, and then I'm in 6th place in the other one. And of course, everyone ahead of me. There's
I
only
had
one,
I had
2,
Houston
3.
and Duke. I had Florida, and I thought who was going to beat. I did. Oh, I had Michigan too. I had Michigan. Sorry,
I mean, look, pride
Michigan.
gonna get you.
it does.
Yeah.
Hey, you're never going to catch me going against Michigan. I'm sorry. I thought we had upset specials coming.
I had 3 of 4 of the final 4
Yeah,
correct.
that was me.
And the only one I got wrong was the Auburn one because I didn't think Auburn was going to be
So you took Sparty.
no.
Yeah.
Oh, you
I
didn't?
had
No,
Sparty
you
losing
had
to
Sparty.
Florida.
Ole Miss.
No, I took I took Iowa State.
Oh,
Oh, but you're the one that told me the star got hurt.
Did I tell you this?
Yes, you told me he got hurt.
Oh, I don't know. There's always that weird element
Right,
with
I got
college
you.
basketball. You never know. But I mean, in general, college basketball this year, I mean, you didn't have like the true upset, Cinderella games. I mean, I mean, if you want to call Arkansas's victory over Kansas that, or even the game over St. John's, everyone was a Power 4 school
Yeah,
or Power 5 if you want to include Big East.
it's not your traditional version of a Cinderella.
Exactly. So it was the same. It was there wasn't really anything.
Jay-Z's
out
not
of the
coming,
blue.
by the way.
No,
No.
was he not
Just,
down here?
he
or-
said he was there in the seventh inning. He left.
What a sucker!
They were going to win it. They were winning, James.
I know, but that's a sucker move. At least you got to come down and.
I said that. I
Seven
said
What a
that.
sucker move!
I,
right there.
I invited you, man.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's my guy.
A lot of
right,
people just
trifling.
left me. I'm like, why did you leave? James, they're blowing them out.
Yeah.
Okay, come over to Buddy's.
See
I'll
that?
get you a pizza.
Right. I mean,
Come hang.
Right.
What are you doing?
like, you either do that, like even if it's a blowout, like if it's a home, like if the Tigers are blowing them out, I'm sticking through, unless it gets to a point where like the buzz starts to wear off. I'm like, I need to get.
I would do it today.
Yeah, today
For absolutely opening day, you stay the whole time.
Yeah.
man. The party's going to keep going.
because I've been to games where the Tigers were getting blown out. We took Brian Welch from W4 Country. We took
Mhm.
him.
Yeah.
It was Kentucky Derby weekend.
Nice.
So we
Yeah.
took them out to
Yeah.
a game. We came out to the game. They were getting shelled. They were
Yeah.
getting boat raced, and it wasn't even close. It was like
It-
after the third inning, we're like,
about
how much
that.
longer we want to stick around? How much do we want to go back to Greektown?
Mhm.
And at that point, we're like, I think by the sixth inning, we're like, it's cold, it's not fun anymore. It's time to go and like get some better beverage.
What's worse, that or like the same situation getting shelled and it's like mid-July, it's like 90 out.
That.
That's
That's the
worse.
worst.
That's
That's
worse, right?
worse.
Because then,
Yes.
It's humid.
because then you
too.
walk to the
humid,
bar
it's
and
hot.
you're soaked when you get
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
yes.
that's worse.
That's worse.
That's worse.
That's the worst. right
Luckily,
there.
though, for the fans that are still there, that
Not-
if you're able
Not
to
that I
connect
do
there.
that anymore because I don't.
Yeah, that's right.
Fat guy rag in hand for
That's
sure.
Oh,
exactly
my God.
it.
You got to
Bringing
get
it
that
out.
towel.
Bringing it
Got to
out.
get
Bringing your
that
shirt
towel
out.
going.
Yeah.
Exactly. Got to get that towel
Yeah.
going.
Wear just the jersey. You got your other shirt soaked
Yes. You
around
got
the
the
neck.
other shirt.
Little
Wearing it
taco
as a-
meat
Yeah.
busting out. You know, he's got.
Well, you get one of those. You get the
We don't worry about that.
They almost
let
had
a,
like
let
that-
a couple buttons
what was
go.
it, like that mic that
I'm rocking it open.
that microfiber rag or whatever. Like
The
if you get
sham
a-
wow.
Right.
It wasn't
The
no, it wasn't
ShamWow.
the ShamWow. Like they had one that you could specifically wrap around your neck, and it's like almost like almost an
stays cold.
Afghan,
Yeah.
and it stays cold
yeah.
while you're working outside. Like I've got those at home with all the
You
yard
can
work.
do them
that I
around
do.
your head too, right?
Yeah.
Head
Oh,
or neck
Oh,
or
yeah.
wherever. Yeah.
Wear it as a do rag or a bandana or whatever.
Mhm.
Maybe it keeps you cold. And
Do you really think this game, a win really matters? Do they need to win this game?
no, but I think for
I just
it
think
feels-
everybody's having fun right now.
Yeah,
For the-
no.
yeah, there's that, but it makes it better.
It
yeah.
makes it sweeter. I get that. It adds a little sugar to it. But what I'm saying to you is, I saw more people again. I saw more people out in the street.
You know what though? I think if they lose, I don't think it changes people's mood at
right?
all.
That's
No.
what
Not
I'm
today.
saying.
Not today.
Right.
right.
This is almost a holiday, kinda.
Yeah.
It really
You know
is.
what I'm
It feels
saying?
like
Think about
that.
it,
Yeah.
yeah.
It feels like that on a Friday
And
too.
look who walks.
Is that the guy,
Yeah,
Kevin
it's
Fitzsimons?
Ken.
Oh man,
Oh man.
What's up, Kev?
How
How
you
you
doing,
doing,
man?
man?
You guys are killing it yesterday.
Oh,
we do the best we
we were
can.
trying.
My brother Tim.
Hey,
How's
Tim,
it
how
going,
you
man?
doing? Jamie Morris, nice to meet you.
Oh.
Man, oh man.
You do the whole show down here?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Right now, we're
doing,
live right now.
Yeah, we're doing
online.
the online
Yeah.
right now, and then when everything, when the broadcast is all done, we'll rejoin radio side of things. So we got a little bit of both of everything.
Having a good time.
Outstanding
That's right.
day. Outstanding day, and of course you can't
Hey,
beat it. Not
To be a part of this, come on.
Oh, yeah,
Why not?
absolutely.
They
Awesome.
made the playoffs. It's been a minute, man.
7-1.
It's been a minute.
7-1, top 9. By the way, and Chicago's getting their last at bat.
Yeah,
with,
D-Day, baby.
Kenta Maeda on the bump.
looking to
Came
shut
in
the
last
oh,
inning. Yeah.
I will.
Oh.
Come on.
That's gonna be a leadoff double
That's- yeah, I was gonna
for
say.
for Slater Hader.
Yeah. Giving Maeda the 2-inning close.
Well, I think a little bit has to do more. Like I said, I mean, I figured Maeda was going to be a middle reliever, kind of long reliever kind of thing, and it's kind of going from there. He had a really good spring training, but I mean, when you've got the rotation that you have,
when you also have frosted tips.
that too.
Kenta Maeda with the frosted tips for
Kenta
opening day.
Maeda, frosted.
Is that
tips.
normal?
I think he started. I think he had those
Wow.
last year too.
Wow.
But then again, that's what happens when you spend a lot of time. Kev, it's good to see you, man. Tim, it's good to see you too. Our guy Kevin Simons from the U of M Club of Van Ark.
Fitzsimons.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mhm.
no, I know that Maeda he had those like frosted tips last year.
Miz was making such a great point, and I hijacked it with the
Yeah.
frosted tips. He's going depth, pitch count, rotational
We're
position.
talking numbers. He's talking hairstyles. I
frosted
respect it.
tips.
It happens.
Yeah, he's up to almost 30 pitches though. That's
Yeah.
not ideal maybe for what they wanted him to do right here, but
But I mean, do you try to? I mean, do you? I don't think
He's
at this
just trying
point
to
do you
hit
put
that ball out of
another.
the park.
I don't think at this
trying to
point
hit
you
that.
try to bring anyone up to warm up. I mean, you might have to, but
get out of there, Kenta. That's what you tell him.
Yeah, just let's get out of this. Let's go home.
Who's
Let's get a
pitching?
shower. Kenta
Maeda.
Maeda.
Okay.
He came in top of the 8th, went 1-2-3 in the 8th inning, and then just
Nice.
let up a double to start the 9th.
110 first pitch.
Oh, that's nice though.
He just
yeah.
hey, he's
I-
pitching pretty good.
He's doing
Yeah, He's
good.
doing
Mhm.
good.
Like I said, I mean, compared to last year he struggled when he got because they put him at the starting rotation and he was bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. He was terrible. TRBL, Jamie, terrible. That's
Really?
what he was.
That's just
Terrible.
terrible.
That he-
Terrible.
The
terrible.
thing is
Oh,
that
man.
that one will probably bring a run in.
That's bringing him home.
Well, we'll see. No,
No, he
held.
what?
Okay.
Dude, you're losing the.
Well, look,
It is a White Sox.
let him
though.
get out of it.
I get it.
Spin one.
They're probably thinking the same thing. Like, let's just get home. Let's just get back to the
They
hotel.
just got here.
Let's get to the hotel.
They want to go to the
We're
hotel.
gonna go to the hotel.
Don't kill
Go
his
to hotel
confidence by
for.
pulling him.
No.
Just let him get out of it.
If he ends up giving up another hit, I mean, at that
So
point,
you got to
probably
walk
make a
out
call.
there. He's
Oh,
still
there-
there. Oh, he's
Case
walking
in
out
point.
there now.
Well, no. It's,
That ain't
It's
the
Feder.
cat. That
Pitching
ain't the
coach.
chief. The
It's
chief
Feder.
ain't bringing him
it's
out.
our man,
Yeah.
Chris Feder. The Chris Feder effect knows what's up. Chris Feder going to come out there talk.
That's just an
and
excuse to ignore the pitch clock. Be
Will
like, hey man,
Vest.
take a minute here.
Yeah, you need some time.
Settle yourself.
Yeah,
Maeda.
I
Maeda.
think I bring the interpreter out there
How
too.
Bad.
MVP's
are the
here.
White
Hey.
Sox? Did she get here?
Made it.
Oh wow! Look at you.
She leaves the game early too. Leaving the game early. Tisk.
She
tisk,
said she was
tisk.
coming
I
early.
know that's true.
Yeah.
That is true.
You got the win. Good job.
Well,
Wow.
not yet, but
Maeda also
Yeah.
with a turquoise necklace. Just want to throw that. Dude, my man is pushing the boundaries.
He's all over the board. Like
well,
he got things everywhere.
hey.
She can sit down. She's
You
fine.
can sit. I was just.
Yeah, she's hanging out with us.
honestly, we got these high top chairs. Might as well just add someone on the end of the table.
I mean, we
Well,
can.
I don't know. The workers put those ones there to block
To
off.
block
Right,
the
they're
wall.
people,
blocking
yeah.
off people so
Yeah,
they
you're
can't
still
come
all right,
through.
though, I
But
think.
you're fine.
Yeah.
Stay there.
My fat ass apparently just could not block off the pillar
Like in
on
the
the other side of me.
shoes.
Though she comes fashion.
She's got a good shoe game.
She
Mhm.
comes through
Good shoe
fashion.
game.
She comes through dripping
Oh,
with the
Brandon,
swag.
I needed to ask Brandon where he got his because those were fresh as hell as well.
Yeah. I'm gonna
All
tell you what, man.
But I mean, it's like I said, it's just fun time downtown. Fun
Mhm.
time.
It's been
fun time
great.
sports weekend, man.
What time
just
did
in
you get
general.
down here? Hey, the MVP's here.
Yeah.
Just wanted you guys to know. You got down here at 9:30. Wow.
Oh man,
Man, oh man.
You were with
With
Chris
CB.
Ballas.
Ballas.
nice.
Nice.
Him and I can't hang out together unless it's at a hockey game. Apparently, that's the only time Chris Ballas and I can hang out.
That's awesome.
But
You had a good time.
Freddie Freeman's on the 10-day. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
you're right there. They see you. That's why I said the
Yeah.
MVP's here.
No, we got.
That would
Yeah,
be
yeah.
Vanessa-
Show off the jersey. Come on.
Miss Vanessa
Pollock.
Pollock.
There you go.
Sound it out.
Pollock. Pollock. Right.
Wow.
There were more people outside of the stadium than being inside the stadium today. It was
I don't think it was
interesting.
particularly
I
close.
wasn't looking like secondary market. What were ticket prices looking like? I mean, I know.
64.
All right,
$64.
it's pretty reasonable.
Oh, no. He's just cleared the bags.
Well,
What?
Oh, yeah.
No, dude, don't throw him a strike.
He did.
Yeah,
Well, we got runners at
had him
second.
0-2, couldn't punch him out.
Runners at second and third. It's
Oh, man,
7-2.
I can't. He hit it over the center fielder's head. I can't believe the other guy didn't
Yeah,
score.
all right.
Here he
Power man
comes.
mode.
Here
Yeah.
comes the chief.
Yep. So they're gonna pull Maeda, bring in Will Vest, and
All right.
How does that guy not score from first?
I don't know who is it. Oh, Kryler's
Gimpy
playing
McLimps a
center.
lot. Who knows?
I'm not a fan of Kryler playing center field. I don't know why.
7-2.
7-2 is top of the ninth. No outs yet, but I mean, again,
Well, he
So
brought
he's
in a
on
new
second
guy.
and
Oh,
third,
sorry.
then, right?
Mhm.
sizable
I'm gonna
lead.
send you something.
Should be good to go there.
They
But
got They got a cushion. They got some insurance runs, but man,
we'll get there.
Really, you need that.
slam the door.
I wonder how many people are leaving during this pitch and change.
Sorry, we're kind of distractible right now at this point, but we're here downtown Detroit at Buddy's Pizza.
Right.
What's the address again, Jamie?
It's 1565
Broadway Street.
Broadway Street.
Just a couple. Like I
Oh,
said,
that's also the price of their
Broadway.
little. That makes sense.
You figured that out.
I was looking at their menu earlier and it didn't even click. Well, look, respectfully, I wasn't paying attention to the address.
Okay. Did you want some food? I can get you some food.
I'm gonna get some
I
in
can
just a
get you
minute
guys food. I mean,
Yeah.
we can eat.
Oh,
you want some
I'm
food?
gonna eat.
I could go for that now.
Okay.
Yeah, I was good when I
Miz
got
said
here.
they
but
have a pickled pizza.
they do. That's that was like their bracket.
We're gonna get you
winner.
pineapple.
Hawaiian, look,
We're gonna get you pineapple.
Get you pineapple pizza.
I need a pop too. I need some caffeine in my life.
We'll get you some. We'll get you a soda.
Oh yeah.
we're gonna get something. Food here is
Sodies.
delicious. We want to get it before the game's over and people are actually
Sodies.
walking in. We should
good?
get some food before
Yeah,
it gets crazy busy in here.
Taking care of sending a text to people back at the office.
Okay. I'm
it's
just
all
making
good.
sure because I'm trying to get everybody.
Unless you want,
And-
unless you want to take a stream break or whatnot.
Can we take a string break?
We
real
can
quick?
take a stream break. We'll take a break, and like I said, we'll come
Get
back.
resituated and come back on.
We'll get
Right.
situated. We'll update everyone at the end of the game.
I'll
and,
let Brandon tag in for me.
Yep, and then we'll have why am I blanking, Joe?
Rob.
Sorry.
Rob Penn is over
It's
there.
not
So-
Brandon. Rob is who I was talking
it's
to.
Rob
Good.
Penn.
We'll get Rob on the headset too.
And we have
and
we have
we'll
a, we have,
Vanessa,
we have a
too.
boxer over there.
That's right. So we'll hear from Rob. We'll hear from the people from Kronk Gym, and
Mm.
no,
He's from another gym.
oh, from a different gym.
Yes,
Okay, well,
different gym in Detroit.
Okay.
known.
Mhm.
It's known.
okay. So we'll take a break on stream. When we come back, we will
We'll give you the final score of the
we'll
game.
give you the
hopefully.
update of the score. Hopefully, a Tiger
Hopefully.
win and go from there. But in the meantime, if you're watching on stream, stick around. We will be back, and we'll see when we come back on radio as well. So stick around here on the M Zone.
Hopefully soon.
Yep.
You're listening to the M Zone on the stream.
On the Big 1050 stream.
On the stream.
There you go.
1050. The Big 1050 stream.
We'll be back.
Ugh.
remote ones.
So we're back temporarily on stream, but we're going to join radio here in a moment.
They're already done.
And welcome back to
Hold
the
on,
end zone.
Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, welcome back
James
to the
ready.
stream.
I'm ready to go whenever
He's in
you
it.
are.
He's
You
in
just
it,
said.
man.
Derek's going to do the usual. He's going to hit the
Welcome
intro.
to the
Oh,
end zone.
I'll get to hear that.
Yeah, you'll hear that. I made sure that was going to be the one thing that we could hear at the very least. So,
Okay.
So at least we knew what to come back to on radio. But a nice dub tonight. Nice dub today.
We needed that.
Well, okay.
All right. A little fruit fly flying around. That's the stat line I wanted. There we go.
What?
Now get ones me a miss.
Yes,
Busy.
Miss Daisy, eyes are doing this. Oh, I'm seeing myself. I did like that other picture. Okay, I got two,
Good.
maybe three.
Always good to have a backup.
Uh-oh. That pizza's dripping. That slice is dripping.
We're gonna have another heart attack over here if we
Oh,
don't put
goodness
that away.
gracious. Oh, goodness gracious.
And welcome back to the M Zone. Or no, welcome back to the M Zone. Jamie Morris, Matt the Hitman Mizler, best guy in the Mizler. And you got Brandon Brown and even the MVP, Miss Vanessa
Pollack.
Pollack.
Thank you, Miss.
I got-
See,
Padlock.
Padlock.
Did I say Padlock?
Vanessa,
Sorry.
Vanessa Matlock.
Pollack. Anyway, we're here live here at Buddy's Pizza here at 1565 Broadway, right next to Comerica Park.
Yes,
And
indeed.
we've been here all day since 2:00. Some of us since 2:00.
Uh-huh.
Some of us 9:30 in the morning.
That's right.
And listen, it's,
Wow.
it's a party in downtown Detroit. You got to have some kind of fun. And of course, what better way to cap off that day with a Tiger victory?
Yeah.
Tiger dub. By the final score 7-4. Tigers win. They go to 3-4 on the season. Chicago dropping to 2-5. Jack Flaherty, an outstanding start for him. 5 2/3 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 7 strikeouts on the day. The big day though, Kerry Carpenter, 2 jacks for 2 RBIs. Riley Green with a solo shot and an RBI. Zach McKinstry goes 2 for 3. Was it Darren Dingler goes 0 for 3, but he gets an RBI. And Trey Sweeney goes 1 for 3 with an RBI. Outstanding day for Tiger baseball, getting the win over their division rival in the Chicago White Sox. Game 2, as long as weather holds up, tomorrow 1:10 right here on the Big 1050. Nope, I take it back. Tomorrow on 1290 WLBY.
Right.
If weather allows it. I keep forgetting because we got Final Four coverage coming up tomorrow through Westwood One right here on the Big 1050, which women are tonight at 6 o'clock. You'll hear it after our show.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
And Vanessa, you were at the game. You were
Yes.
in the seats and everything like that. How was the atmosphere inside?
Energy at the stadium is electric. It's that day. It's a holiday in Detroit.
Yep.
It's our favorite pastime in America. The weather held out. It could have been a better day at Tiger Stadium. Ooh, Comerica Park. I'm used to the good old days. I'm sorry. The ballpark.
Some people are old school.
You can
I'm
call.
old
You can
school.
call. That's where the Tigers play
I don't-
right now.
I don't think you're going to hurt anyone's feelings.
I don't think so
Nah,
either.
nah.
I don't think so.
Nah.
It was a great game. There were home runs. I love the win today. You know, the AL Central, they're all 2-4. Everybody's 2-4. We had to do something to edge up to the top. So solid win, good game. I love the home runs. Energy was great.
Was it full? It looked a little sparse at times.
I will
from-
tell you, it was a little sparse.
Yeah, I mean, there's a million people out and about walking around, but we all kind of commented that, you know, from where we're at, you can see the seats and they weren't jam packed, but
I must.
I'm sure
warn
it felt-
you,
I'm sure
you're
it felt
being
awesome,
streamed.
It's a holiday in Detroit, and I think it's
You're on
become
stream,
so
okay?
big that these tailgates, these
Yeah,
bars,
so cool.
it's just a whole day.
we picked a great spot. Jay, we
I
were-
had to tell her that she was on stream.
Oh, did I have
That's-
I had a fan club.
right.
You got a
No, I told her that
You
she
come
was
with
on
the crew.
stream as well as radio, and she got off. I just wanted her to know she was
You
in
were
there.
on TV for a minute there, guys.
Live streaming.
That's what we do.
Live streaming.
Live streaming.
I just wanted you to know that. I gave you a warning. That's about it.
That's your first warning. Next time he's gonna sock you.
No,
No,
I wanted her.
whoa.
Well, no,
I'm
I'm not
just
stalking
kidding.
anybody.
Jamie is the least
I-
violent person, unless he's on the
I
gridiron.
wanted
That's
you to
right.
be in on. It kind of helps out.
That wasn't
Tells
a,
people you came.
that wasn't a you have to move. It was just by
no,
the way.
By the way,
Yeah.
you're on stream.
I mean, you could go be on stream.
But-
Anyway, I'm sorry.
No,
it's
I
all
good.
digress.
Just-
you guys,
just
Sweeney
recapping
had
the
a good
game.
game. Carpenter had a good game. I mean, it couldn't have been a better day at the
Did
ballpark.
Flaherty have a
Really,
good game?
Did.
I think he did. I'm glad they
Okay,
started him.
that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
And tomorrow, who are they starting? Scooble?
No,
Isn't it- who's
no,
starting
it'll be.
tomorrow?
I believe it's Reese Olson will take the bump tomorrow,
Okay.
and then for Sunday, I believe it's going to be Jackson Joe.
Joe.
Okay. And
It'll
is
be
it Kids Day?
the
Kids
young
Day at
gun.
the
Kids
ballpark?
Day.
Sunday's usually
Sunday
Kids
is Kids Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Run the bag.
They get to run the bases. Yeah.
There you go.
That's right.
They wouldn't let me on the field.
CJ said, I want to do that, Daddy. I said, when it gets warmer, bro.
Does Jackson Job get to do that?
Maybe.
All 20. What is he? 21, 22?
I
Exactly.
believe so. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he's now old enough where if he wanted to come down to the broadcast, and he can get himself a tasty bev.
Yeah, that's
He
pretty
can get
cool.
himself a tasty adult beverage if he wanted to. But an outstanding game,
Right.
great
It
game
was.
altogether. Just
And even you don't really probably want it to go that way, but even a little sprinkle of excitement at the end.
oh yeah,
Kent Maeda giving up a few deep shots out there and finished 7-4. But yeah, it's you could hear it here in Buddies. I'm sure it was the same out on the street in the stadium. You get that last out, everybody cheers, and there's a win
Yeah.
for the Tigers on opening
You gotta
day.
love Carpenter too. That guy comes through all the time with home runs. I was at a game last year. He had a 2-run homer out of the park. He's a solid player.
I mean, when the guy had leg issues during the postseason, and we're like, can we just get one game out of you? Can we get one out of you just to get us into the championship round to go after them Yankees? He's like, I'll do the best I can. He goes
Right.
out and he hits one deep, and he gets one deep against the Guardians.
Yeah.
It just wasn't enough offense, and Scooble just had one minor mistake late in the contest, and the Guardians ended up punching their ticket to the ALCS. But let's just be honest here: the Yankees were definitely the best team.
Well, that's the
in the American
that's
League.
the celebration I talked about. Is we didn't have a chance to celebrate this team last year.
That's true. Yeah.
The celebration was today.
That's right.
I think the celebration was today because they
right.
were thanking them because you made the playoff. It's been a long freaking
Yeah.
time. They haven't been in playoff contention, and they got there and they competed.
Yes.
That's the thing. They competed. They actually won a series. Think about that. Nobody's
What do you
thinking
think
about
the
that.
chances of playoff run are this year?
To me, it's always a little early, especially like after the first week of the season. But I think with how the season kind of pans out, the way that I'm seeing it right now, I think the Tigers have a good shot of making a wild card spot again this year. The Central is I've always joked around, it's a comedy central that you never know who's going to be on
Only
top.
you, Mizzy. Only you.
Comedy Central.
It's the
Get it?
American League Comedy Central because you never know. Like 82 games, 82 wins could win you the division.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
just how
Yeah.
that's how
That's true.
muddled it is in the Central. That's a possibility of happening. So I think they can win a wild card division. That's going to be tough because for some reason, I've got the Guardians winning the division,
Right.
but like they didn't make any moves in the offseason. Yet they did the same thing last year,
Yeah.
and they won the division last year.
Right.
So that was my thinking. There's all these complaints in the press right now about how Illich didn't spend the money in the offseason to go grab some more talent, beef up the roster. And the reality is we didn't really have an expensive roster with the wild card. In fact, we had 26 guys. It was like under 19 million. And we were playing against guys like Josh Hader, who was the pitcher for Houston back then.
Yep.
And his salary was 19 million. You're talking about one guy, and we took that team down.
Yeah, one guy making more than the entire
Right.
roster. Plus,
So I think if they pull together, they do have a shot to do some form of a repeat or get us there or close.
well, on top of that too, the Tigers were sellers at the deadline. I mean, Flaherty got dealt to the Dodgers, and I mean,
Won a ring. They gave him a ring.
they gave him a ring. But in the grand scheme of things, if you look long term, the Tigers won out on that deal. They get
Yeah.
they
They
get
get him back.
they get him back. Obviously, getting the win today. But then you take a couple of their top talents, Trey Sweeney playing as shortstop, possibly
Yes.
being the guy
Mhm.
that could force Javi Baez out of a job here in Detroit, or at least move him to the
You got your
outfield. or
fingers
somewhere.
crossed, don't you?
I've
I'm
got
just
my-
saying, you got your
I got
fingers crossed.
fingers, toes. I got everything crossed right now that that's going to happen. But I
Bring
don't
back
think it's gonna
Johnny Peralta.
and his PEDs. Bring those back too with you, Jahani.
And as we talked about earlier, they have several very key players still waiting to come back. So it's hard to
Absolutely.
say, like,
Yeah.
what will it look like in another month or two, even when it comes to the Central, because it looks like it's going to be a weird division, just like it was last year, where everybody's kind of within a few games of each other, and you're trying to figure it out at the end. That's what I think is going to happen.
I think it's probably what's going to happen.
Watch Minnesota.
That's again those
Hey.
like
I'm
between
just saying.
those three teams seem to be the ones that always seem to be in contention for the
Yeah.
division itself,
Yeah.
whether it is Detroit or Cleveland or Minnesota.
Right.
And the thing is, Minnesota kind of is the same boat. Like they've been dealing with their problems with Carlos
Yeah.
Correa,
Right.
who was one of the targets that the Tigers were going after a couple years ago, but they settled for Timu Javi Baez, I still think.
Right.
So, but Carlos Correa is, he's not living up to the expectations he had when he was playing down in Houston, kind
Mhm.
of like how Javi Baez did when he was with the Cubs and the Mets. And that's kind of what we're seeing with some of these big signings that happen. We talked about it on stream about Alex Bregman,
Right,
how the
yeah.
Tigers missed out on that signing. He's not looking too hot in the beginning of the season for the Red Sox, but then again, the Red Sox are also, like, again, early season is kind of tough to gauge things out unless you are a facade of baseball.
Right.
If you live, breathe, die, and everything of baseball, then you kind of know how things are going to pan out. But everyone knows the Dodgers are going to be the best team in the NL West.
Right.
That's the only thing that we all know.
Yeah, I think it's one of those cases where if you grab 100 baseball people and ask them to pick who wins the Central, you'll get 30. You'll get spread across. You'll get 20 votes for each team probably, or something like that. 25 apiece.
You might get 15 for Chicago.
Maybe a little less for the Sox, yeah, because I mean they're
and then
picked to be
spread
one.
the rest
Yeah,
of those around.
that's probably fair. That's why I said 20 at first. I'm like, I don't think it'd be even necessarily, but pretty close.
Yeah.
Pretty close for the other teams.
And that's one reason why, like, the American League Central is always one of the more competitive divisions. I
Right.
think the only other one that maybe just as competitive, but it always seems to fall apart at the very end, is the NL East.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you got the Phillies, the Braves,
Right.
somehow the Mets always
Mets.
find a way into the
Yeah.
situation.
Let's always find a way.
Yeah.
And of course, then you've got the low liars in the Nationals, who they may make a wave this year. I don't think so. But then you also got the Marlins, who are the equivalent of the Chicago White Sox in the NL East. Right?
Dodgers are they gonna beat the win total this year, Miz? I realize we're not in LA doing a show here, but it's been talked about.
I mean, we might have to break that wind tunnel. I don't know. No one has told me anything about the wind tunnel in LA.
Win
total.
Oh, win
Win
total.
total.
I'm sorry. I thought you said
I
wind
mumble
tunnel.
sometimes.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I mean, I think I'd seen like DraftKings had like 106
Yeah,
and a half
that's-
for the most wins of any team.
That seems like free money.
That honestly, I thought it was too, and that's why I bought in on it. I think the Dodgers and the Yankees are two teams that will surpass the 106 margin without a doubt, without any issues
Thanks,
whatsoever.
Miz. Appreciate that.
Yeah, you're welcome, Jamie.
Just saying.
I never said that the Yankees were going to win the World Series like you think.
Every year.
I mean, if we want to talk about a wind tunnel, I mean that maybe we're onto something. I don't know. We can
might
talk about
be.
a wind tunnel.
We might be.
Not
but
yet. Not yet.
But I know that we got some guests coming up, though.
We do have some guests coming up. We got Willie Fortune coming up. They call him Fortune, former boxer, and now he's doing things here in Detroit. Great things in Detroit that we will discuss with him.
All right. And we also got your boy Rob.
Rob
Who's here.
Penn will be here, and we'll talk about him and he'll tell us what he's doing. He does great work with NIL collectives around the country.
All right.
So
I think at this point we take a break on the radio side, and we bring one of them up or both of them up on the other side.
sounds good to me. You're listening to the M Zone here in Detroit at 1565 Broadway, just down the street from Comerica Park. I couldn't say Comerica.
Sorry.
The other time. No,
No,
you're
No, not your thing.
Yeah, I'll
Different
tell
thing.
you later.
That was a different.
You're listening to the M Zone here live on the Big 1050 and online.
M Zone Live.
All right. I mean, we can still stay on the stream
the
if you
stream,
want,
yeah.
but it's
Yeah.
up to you. But
I mean,
however you want to do the rotation stuff, we'll make it work out, and we'll adjust the guys on.
We'll
the radio.
adjust it how it is.
Yeah.
Rob, how do you want to do this?
I was born ready.
Nope.
Ask me questions.
Bobby.
He's getting checking on that.
He's getting the fruit. She called my name. That's why I was going, Bobby.
Bobby. Dang it, Bobby. What's that? Sure, that'd be great. Thank you.
Okay, what am I doing right now?
I don't know. Chill out, have something to eat, get something to drink. I don't know.
I didn't know. I'm just switching out or whatever.
It's up to you. I mean,
It's up to you.
however.
I have no idea what I'm
This is Jamie's show. However he wants to do it, we can do it to it.
I'm waiting to find out. Hey, come on, 1 minute. Boom.
Okay.
Unless you're quick, I'll call you back.
Okay.
All right, we're coming back in about a minute. So yeah. So we got these sets. We got this headset right here. So whatever one you want to do, pick and choose. Appreciate it, Doc.
He's going to sit there. You're sitting here. Are you okay? Okay. Good.
All
We're
right.
sitting down.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So we're gonna.
Yeah, Derek will count us in, obviously.
Thanks,
Same
Derek. You guys hear Derek?
I can hear.
way. Okay.
I'm just gonna go find them.
I will call you. Yes, I will text you. I got you.
Run back.
And welcome back to the M Zone. Jamie Morris, Matt the Hitman Misler. We got two guests, Rob Penn, and also Willie Fortune, or just call him Fortune now. You know, we call him Fortune, and I'll explain later why you call him Fortune. Because first of all, he told me to call him Fortune, and thirdly, I the man used to fight with his hands, so I'm not gonna.
You answer yes, sir.
Yes,
and no,
sir. No, sir. To this young man.
We just speak it into existence, you know.
Exactly. Rob Penn is the guy who's helped out a lot of NIL collectives, and he's working. And we got like a business thing going on, Rob.
Yes,
So introduce Will. Tell everybody what he's doing in Detroit and different things like that.
Okay, Will Fortune, the owner of
Fortune.
Jabs Gym. Yep, the owner of Jabs Gym, world renowned Jabs Gym, ex-professional boxer, and trainer of the stars. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, y'all. Blake, thanks for having me.
No, thank you for coming in. I
right,
really
so-
appreciate it.
Hey, let's talk about how you got into boxing.
Oh man, I mean, basically, I was raised around boxing. You know, come from
What
that-
age?
Ooh, I mean, like I said, my whole life.
Okay.
So I got one of those families, predominantly
Mhm.
women.
Mm-hmm.
We had a handful of men.
Right.
All of me in box.
Okay.
So you know, what I'm saying, it was kind of engraved in me.
Mm-hmm.
Learned how to learn the basics pretty much as a kid
Mhm.
growing up. But I was one of them dudes who I wanted to be my own man. So I didn't really get into boxing until I was like 23.
Okay.
So I had, you know what I'm saying, did all of the glitz and glam and the fun of growing up as a child. So when I came into it, I was focused. So when I was focused, I kind of blew the doors off. I did a lot of different things in a small amateur career, switched over to the pros. From the pros, did a lot of different things, but I've always been a business savvy guy. So as you hear now about boxing, a lot of times there's a lot of stuff in the business I didn't like. So I took matters into my own hands and pretty much created my boxing gym brand while I was fighting.
Okay.
So I was representing my own gym and fighting, you know what I'm saying, fighting on Showtime, things like that. My cousin is K9 Bundridge, two-time world champion, another Detroiter, you know what I'm saying? So I came up around a lot of different people, but I wanted to really get into boxing to focus on business and adding to like people's lives. So like that part about boxing that I felt like was a niche where people didn't really understand it. Most people feared it. Like I wanted to break it down, get people to understand that it was an empowering tool. It wasn't just used to like just beat up people.
Right.
So that put us on that little
pathway to building the Jabs Gym brand.
Okay. Got you. So,
Nice.
Jabs Gym, like I say, world renowned now. What makes Jabs Gym different than all the rest of the boxing gyms? Sorry.
To me, I feel like we cover the basics for 3 different things. So we basic off of like diehard boxing. We do cardio boxing
Mhm.
and fitness, and we do strength training. So we do everything. Like some places you'll go to, some of these places are just franchises. They just do cardio boxing.
Sure.
It's like a circuit. Most of the people that teach it aren't even
Boxers.
good teachers or boxers
Mhm.
or anyone from that field. We make sure that everybody that is training and teaching, they go through our regiment. We have a teacher training program. We certify them. We help them to also get certifications based off of ACE certifications, NASM. So we actually mold them into becoming fitness instructors, not just boxing coaches. So like we kind of like kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So with that being said, it just makes us different than most places. Like I said, most boxing gyms just die hard boxing.
Sure.
They don't know how to balance it out with the business. Or you get a franchise gym that's just, they kind of think it's like boxing fluff. So we give you a little bit of everything, and we add that community back into boxing.
Mhm.
So
I have to ask you, since we already began going down this wormhole, let's talk a little boxing, sweet science.
okay,
Pound for pound, who was the best in the world right now?
the best in the world right now.
Right now.
Right
Right now, pound for pound, the best. In my eyes, I would have to say it's gearing to be Terrence Crawford
Okay.
right now. I have to give him. I tip my hat off to him because of what he's doing. In the sport, he's still on the come up. Like no shades to Canelo and things like that, but Canelo is still cut from a different cloth. He's from another era. So he's in between where he's gonna keep doing it or, saying almost out the door. So if you're looking at the guys who like keep trying to looking to do something, I take my hats off to him. And then you do have the other guys that's like right up under him. You got your Shakur Stevenson. You had all of these guys got good boxing IQs. Devin Haney. Even Tank. Everybody have
Right.
an off night, but these guys are all like diehard, like for real, like deal boxers that I feel like they're well rounded.
The boxing, the sport. Let's talk about the sport. Do you see it fading, or is it? You got the MLB, the different boxing,
things,
the
right.
different things that
MMA,
people like,
everything
MMA and all of that. Is it killing boxing?
Boxing can never die. You got to think about it like this: boxing. If you look into it, boxing is the sport during like recessions.
Okay.
So you think about like Muhammad Ali and all this. In recessions, it's one of the only things that was like sold out, packed. You know what I'm saying? There's never been an impact on it. Boxing is also the highest paid sport. That's the reason why it's kind of like a niche to it. You know what I'm saying? You either make it or you don't. But when you're in that position to make it, like where else can you, like Mike Tyson, make $20 million in seconds?
30 seconds, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like everything else is a contracted deal. It's pretty much safe. This is what we're gonna do. You get this per year. You get that. Boxing, if I feel like fighting every other month for millions of dollars, I can do that.
Right.
So it kind of just.
What do you think about people and brutality and the different things like that? Boxers. The problem is you can't disguise boxing when you're boxing, and if you got a guy who's red in the face and beat up and looks it and he keeps wanting to come back and he shows you how strong he is and different things. From an appearance from a crowd, they're saying it's brutality and everything like that.
Yeah, but I mean, what's the difference between a man being on a football field, getting hit over and over again? What's the difference from a guy, even in baseball, you get hit with a baseball,
right?
Moving, you know what I'm saying, that God knows how many miles per hour. So everything has technicalities. You know what I'm saying? But the whole thing is just making sure that your team understands that what you're going through and making sure that you're not extremely like getting damaged. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, it's any other sport. every sport. Anything you overly do
Mhm.
ends up being a negative. So you know what I'm saying? I feel like boxing gets that bad black eye
Yes.
because you make so much money. In the world of business,
Mhm.
every business has channels. So when you talk about boxing, like I said, that's that channel where you seeing guys, Floyd Mayweather, Oscar De La Hoya. You seeing some of
Mhm.
these guys, even Jake Paul.
Right.
You see these guys making hundreds of millions of dollars.
That's a great.
Where do you see this anywhere else?
Right.
Do you think that the CEOs and things like that want that to be? No, nobody wants to lose that much money. It's
Right.
all about what keeping a low overhead.
Mhm.
So that's what it is. And as you see, as I'm speaking, see, this is one of the reasons I had to get out of it. They didn't like us. They was like, they told me I was too smart.
There you go.
they said, get this dude out of here.
But the thing about it is Jake Paul.
Mhm.
When you talk about him and his brother, are they clowning boxing?
You
Are
know-
they using boxing? And I'm sorry,
Mhm.
are they using boxing? I mean, the Mike Tyson thing.
Mhm.
I don't know what your thoughts about
Mhm.
that is, and maybe you could give me your thoughts
Okay.
about it. But I mean, it kind of clowned boxing. It drew a lot of eyes.
It
I'll
did.
say that it
Okay.
drew a lot of eyes, and people still are passionate about boxing, but people were complaining they didn't think it was real.
And I understand it, but at the end of the day, no matter it's baseball, boxing,
Mhm.
football,
Mhm.
all of these things, we love it and want everything to be the purest,
Right.
right? As
Mhm.
a purist. But guess what? The key word in all of these sports is what? Entertainment.
Right. Sports entertainment.
Sports is entertainment. So as long as you entertaining the fans, that's what it's about. You know, so Mike Tyson, I take my hat off to Mike Tyson because honestly, think about it. What did Mike have to prove to any of us?
Nothing.
Nothing. Mike's done what he needed to do. He actually did what he needed to do, became a favorite, became like most hated. They dragged him through the mud. Then he reinvented himself again.
Mm-hmm.
Then a step in the ring. So what does he owe anybody?
Exactly.
Nobody told you the fight was going to be X, Y, and Z. That was your thought.
Hey.
So if you bought it as a fan.
Hey.
You bought it. If your hopes was something else, that was on you.
One thing that started out as a fluke, you know, as the general perspective, you know, of the country was Jake Paul.
Mhm.
You know, but let's be for real. The kid can fight.
I mean, listen.
He can fight.
Jake do what he do. But at the end of the day, I don't care what anyone says. He gets in there, he trains, he got to fight.
Yeah.
Two guys get in the ring, you got to fight, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's no difference. The only difference is Jake Paul was one of the first guys who he came to it with his own following.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? As an amateur fighter, I didn't jump into the ring with the national champions, or you know what I'm saying, or even turning pro. Turning pro, they don't just throw you to the wolves. You work your way up. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. And that's what Jake kind of is doing. You know what I'm saying? And if you think about it, a man with no amateur career, he's just taking his time and doing what he needs to do.
Exactly. They say that you can't play boxing, correct?
You can't play it.
Yeah. So what started out, like I say, as a just a run-of-the-mill promo type deal with Jake Paul, like I said, proved that he can hold his own here, you know, and so it kind of took away from the advantage that, you know, the YouTube boxers are taking away from the sport, the aura of it, because he can really fight.
Yep. And also because he gives back to it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel
that's
like he's a marketing genius. You got to give like Ali. Ali was a marketing genius. Yeah, he could fight. But it was about his marketing. He knew how to market. Okay. One thing that Jake has is he got the gift of market.
There you go.
You have to take your hat off to him.
Well, he knows he's
You know
hated.
what I'm saying?
He knows he's hated.
He hated on one end and
And
loved
people
on the
love
other.
him on the
Yeah,
other
you
side.
know?
So I mean, he's a businessman when it comes down to it, right?
Doing something right.
But like I said, I love what I see him doing. I mean, he just signed Alicia Baumgartner. I feel like his next step is he will be a force to be reckoned with as far as a promoter, because he actually does right by the people who sign by it. You know what I'm saying? He'll do a whole show, and he puts actual fighters on the card.
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, up and coming people and has doubled down on what they was getting paid.
So in a sense, he's kind of promoting boxing,
So exactly.
taking it to the next.
And that's why I say to people, it's just evolving. You can't hate what he's doing because it still shines a light on boxing.
Right.
So, you know, hate it or love it, it is what it is.
I'm happy. I'm happy that you brought up Bumgarner. Say like Philadelphia, Detroit is a hotbed for boxing prospects.
Mhm.
All right, whose name is ringing bells around the city right now when it comes down to boxing, men and women?
Man, I mean, we got a lot of up and coming people,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying, out of the city. I don't want to call out names because I don't want to miss somebody and they take it personal.
Yeah, gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? But like I said, Detroit has never lacked talent.
Let's go Michigan. Michigan, because you know it changes there. You know,
does Detroit still have that reputation that it once had? As I mean, people respect it because they got boxers.
I mean, I feel like we have the respect for grit.
Okay.
We have the, you know what I'm saying?
We're known for it. All of the sports, everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
We still get our champions.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We've had, you know what I'm saying, Tony Harrison. We've had, you know what I'm saying, Alicia Baumgartner, who was out of here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We have Carissa Shields, who's not gonna like. So we still have people that are still holding it down and becoming champions. The biggest thing about it though is business. I keep telling everybody, like, the business team has to be sound.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That doesn't matter how good I can fight. You could be the baddest person in the world and nobody has to fight you.
Yeah.
But if your team is right and they moving you right, then that's different. I feel like that's where we fall short.
Okay.
So right now we are getting things going again. You know what I'm saying? Me and Rob personally know a lot of guys. Shout out to Crunk Gym. You know, they're getting rebranded and they're pushing themselves and they're doing a lot of things in the UK. So, you know what I'm saying? The Detroit boxing, you got Sugar Hill, you got Jonathan Banks, you have Andy Lee. You have so many people that are still teaching that Detroit niche, Emmanuel Stewart style and Joe Louis form of Detroit boxing out here. You know what I'm saying? We just creating that wave. And once we get that well-rounded thing, because Emmanuel was not just a good trainer, he was a good manager.
Right.
And, you know what I'm saying, he was very connected. So, you know, once he unfortunately passed, it was like, who has these connections?
Yep.
There's
and
a vacuum.
It. So we're waiting for the next people.
Right.
So, yeah. So, see, and it's with me going back to like Jab's Gym. See, I'm also schooling and teaching this to people. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have to just fight. You got to be business savvy. You don't have to just do this. You have to do this. You know, you can be. I know a lot of bad fighters. They get a lot of opportunities.
Right.
You know why? Because they're entertaining. So, you know what I'm saying? We have to find that balance. There's no difference than our music. You know, now the world is starting to listen to our music more, but that Detroit sound for one moment, you know what I'm saying? People, they hated it.
Right.
Now they love it. So, you know, everything just full turn, you know. So I'm excited to see, you know, what else is going to come from the city and all of this. But boxing is that grit. It represents that. Everything about it. I got a lot of the guys from the Lions, they'll come do it. The guys from the Pistons, they come work out. The guys from the Tigers, they come do it. From the Red Wings.
Right.
Like so many of them do the boxing on the off season. You know, Eminem, we can just keep on going through these natives, but that Detroit boxing, it's a niche and it creates that grit. It shows you how to like hone it.
Tell people how they can get to you to do jab boxing.
Well, Jab's Gym right now. We got a location in Birmingham, Ferndale, Highland Park. Shout out to my boy Armad. He has my Eastern Market location. I sold it to him a couple years ago. They've been kicking butt downtown. So we are constantly just being in it. They actually compare us to the franchises. And Jabs came from my local base career and my know-how. So, you know, we just switching it up. So once again, a little thing that comes from Detroit with the grit, but we taking swings at everybody.
Yeah. Well, I just want to tell everybody, watch out for that fortune name.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fortune's gonna make a fortune.
So,
Sound like.
Oh yeah.
Try to tell them, you know.
Yeah, definitely. Or somebody gonna get knocked out.
I mean, hey, that's the thing. And then with our gym, that's what we promote that, and it's I mean, anger management.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Building discipline. We have people with anxiety. Like boxing is medicine. It carries over to so many
I never
different
looked
fields.
at it that way.
And
That
people don't see it.
you're
Like
right.
literally, you'll go to therapy and they'll tell you, you know what I'm saying, hey, buy a heavy bag. Hey, do this. Hey, do that. Like it covers more. And I'm educating people more on that perspective.
On the
Like,
mental health perspective.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
The whole saying of our gym is we make life champions before ring champions.
Right.
Because you have more fights in your life than you would ever have in a ring.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to be ready for it, mentally, physically, and spiritually.
Right.
So all of these are the same components that come every time we climb into a ring. If you're not right mentally, physically, and spiritually in the boxing match, a lot of times it's a hard fight.
Yeah.
So you got to have somebody in your corner.
Maybe I should do some boxing.
There you go, man. You just made
I
me
mean,
think
I
of Oliver
would love
McCall.
for you to come out. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
come out. I even have a signature workout class. It's our own style. We use Detroit booty music to have fun. It's like a club. I have a workout called Boyo. We call it boxing style yoga. But
Boyo.
that's
I
what
like
it is.
that.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So you know what I'm saying? I'm the new Billy Blanks out here. You know what I'm
Do
saying?
you guys?
You know what I'm saying? They got to recognize. You know.
Do you guys play Hell to the Victor while you're working out?
Listen, we play everything.
All right, cool. I might want to go.
There's no limits.
Okay.
Like
I like
it's about pulling it out of you.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what we do, man. And like I said, I'm proud of the programs. Great trainers, a lot of mentoring that we've done for a lot of kids in the city. You know what I'm saying? Up and coming kids and a lot of the adults. So like literally, like I told you, we've worked with a lot of people. Even before Jake Paul and them, one of the big celebrity boxing matches,
Right.
I trained Nicole Hoops Alexander.
Oh, okay.
She was one of the first like celebrity boxing champions. Like
Wow.
she whooped one of the mob wives, like from the reality show.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we did it in like Atlantic City.
Really?
Like this is like right when it started like to take off.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? Like I said, we have fun with it, man, and just keeping it going. But you know what I'm saying? We want to just keep pumping that positivity in that Detroit brand. I tell them, ain't no other city with a fist downtown.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. And
So,
you're
you
right
know,
about that.
So if they don't know about Detroit, as I tell people, they better Google us. Siri and Alexa know us.
I think we're pretty much, represented. Yeah, so thank you.
Well, we really appreciate you coming
Man, I
on,
appreciate you
being a
guys
part
having
of this, and thank you for giving us a little
Yes,
Detroit,
thank you for having
allowing us to come to the city of Detroit and hear about what goes on in here.
That's right. Like I said, stay tuned.
Do you mind if I ask you a quick question real quick?
Yep.
If anyone is interested, I know you mentioned the locations of some of the gyms, yeah, but is there like a website people maybe can check out if they're interested or whatnot?
You can go to any Jabs Gym, Birmingham, Jabs Gym Ferndale, Jabs Gym 313, anything. When you type up Jabs Gym, it'll just pull up.
Okay.
It's us. We're the strongest thing on there.
Gotcha.
There you go. He rocking it all. Did you have something else? That's it? Well, again, thank you very much. Fortune, everybody.
That's right.
Willie Fortune 500.
500, baby.
500. There you go.
Put respect on the name.
Tell them.
We can go to a break. We're going to go to a break, and we come back. We'll bring everybody back at the table again and talk about this big victory that we had for the season opener, of course, and the celebration that's going on right now. You're listening to the M Zone in the city of Detroit on the Big 1050. Thank you.
Hey, man. Like I said, we try to do what we can. Rob, how do you spell your last name? Penn. Okay. Because what I'm going to do is Derek back in the studio. We podcast all of our segments or whatnot. So want to make sure that we got the right names and the right spellings down at the very least. So if you want, we can share the podcast clips with you guys, and you do what you want with it. Okay.
Yeah, I have Rob send y'all the email, and like I said, we'll post it and try to get some traction. Okay.
Absolutely.
Got those key words.
We wanted a piece of Detroit. I need to get a piece of Detroit because everybody, you going to Detroit. Why you can't go to Detroit? I'm here. I mean, come on. Everybody's in here. Everybody, yeah. It was. This will be a layup to promote this. No, it'll be good. It'll be good.
Used to it. You had to learn how to do it on the fly. Especially in boxing, they try to stump you.
Exactly.
I mean, the first time I came out, one of my first pay-per-view fight, they didn't think I was gonna win. They was like, "What about in the 5th round? He hit you hard." I'm like, first thing in my mind, I'm like, "Bitch." Hold up here. Didn't I just win? You learn how to do it.
He said he started boxing at 23.
Yeah, but we took it to boxing. People, I tell you, got kicked out of 6 schools before middle school.
No, I'm good. I appreciate it though. Those make good for late night eats.
Bobby, take that home, man. No, she said, "Will, don't be out there boxing."
She's like,
Don't be out there boxing, Will.
she's like, you better stop fighting.
Yeah, it's like 5 years old. You better not be out there boxing. I'm like, yeah. I remember you had some socks on your hands. What the we had 6 on my phone,
at some point, that's what you got to start with, right? That's what you got to start with, right? With just some socks on your hands and just.
He ain't fighting now. He'll tackle him. I stop punching. He tackle him. I punch.
Oh man.
No, it was good. That helps. I'm just saying, everything else. JR was listening, so we're good. WJR, the radio station. That's our cousin station.
Yeah, that's the reason why we were able to come out here for this one was that they set up most of the stuff. We just kind of got all the other stuff, the video and everything else. Yeah.
I wonder if my baby, she stayed up for it.
Now we got the footage to run it back.
Yeah.
That's all. That's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it. Run it back. Drop it like you want to.
All right, I got to talk baseball. I got to talk baseball and anything white guys. It's me. He's chilling.
I've been called worse. I'm used to it. Jamie's called me a lot worse.
He told me he was Neapolitan.
This is everything.
That's what I said.
Exactly. What's up, man?
This handsome guy just pulled up.
How you doing?
I hate over here, man.
Hey, absolutely, man. It's great to meet you.
This is good. I know you had a problem. I'm sorry.
I've been going since 5 o'clock this morning.
Hey, Brandon, will you throw this away? Yes, sir. Let me do one of these things. She's right behind you. What's that?
Is everything okay?
Oh yeah, everything was perfect. I apparently forgot to grab another quarter to quarter,
Yeah.
but we made it work out. We actually set the speaker down behind us, and for the webcam to get a wide shot, we put it on the speaker stand itself with a couple rubber bands.
Was that my speaker stand? Okay.
Yep, little MacGyver moment, you know.
Now, what are you using this for?
This is what I use for the combo of the StreamYard and the Comrex. I've never used like the All right,
I'll
1
show
minute.
you how we do it over there.
I would love to know that.
You don't even need this.
I would love to know that because, like I said, just any little bit, they have a little bit of knowledge in the back
I
of
do
my
all
head.
my radio times with that.
Okay, yeah, a little bit of knowledge definitely helps out. Definitely will help out in the long haul. We're back in 1 minute, by the way.
As I told you, this is insane.
Oh yeah. Oh no, we had hold on. I want to go over the on the.
Let's do it, baby.
Are we on?
And welcome back to the M Zone. Jamie Morris, Matt the Hitman Mizler, best guy in the Bizzler.
Yeah.
You got my man Brandon Brown, the chi of the set, and then we have our MVP who just showed right back up, Miss Vanessa Pollock. I didn't call her. Yes, I got it right this
You
time.
got it right this time, yeah.
I got it right. Don't worry. Why is she laughing at me?
Because
Every
it's
damn
just-
time, Jamie.
I
Every
think it's
time.
just how you put the emphasis on the one syllable.
Is it right-ish?
Yeah.
right.
Rightish.
Paulak.
Yeah, Paula.
How?
I just gotta find me a good guy and get rid of that name.
Wow. Okay.
I'm kidding.
We're gonna leave
Moving
that.
right
I'm
on.
taking it right on over there. Anyway, a great game. Again, a great game had in the season opener.
That's
Absolutely.
right.
The home game season opener, and you can't tell much about this team right now, but
But you can say a lot about Carpenter, right? He is the third Tiger on an opening day to hit more than one home run.
No, about
That's
that.
huge. I love statistics like
just
that.
the third Tiger
On opening day.
on opening day.
On
On
opening
opening
day,
day.
on a home opener to hit more than one home run.
Wow.
I thought that was really cool.
I mean, to pull it off in general is outstanding.
Agreed.
It's outstanding to pull that one off, and I think, oh, no, maybe not. I'm trying to figure out. So this guy, what? Is this Mike right here?
We
You
got
Mike?
friends.
Mark,
I'm the GM here.
you're the GM. This is the
Mark,
guy I was trying
that's
to
the
get.
guy we're looking for.
Brandon,
Right.
Brandon, I hate to kick you off. We got to get the GM
Oh,
on here
right.
real
Right.
quick.
We got to talk to him
Yeah,
and
come
thank him for all
He's the
that.
one that let us crash this joint, and of
Yeah.
course let our
Yeah.
friends over at WJR kick things off this
Mark,
morning.
you've been busy, so we haven't bothered
Busy?
you.
Why? Is something going on?
Yeah,
Really? Not
just
at all.
something. I know.
Mark, what's your favorite kind of pizza? You got to have a favorite.
Mine here. My favorite's the Henry Ford, but the crowd favorite is the Detroiter.
What is on the Henry Ford?
Henry Ford is our. Oh, you're asking me now after being up this late.
Oh, poor guy.
No, blue cheese, tomato, basil. We got
That man loves me. I
Yeah.
love him right
Got it.
already. Blue
Yeah, we
cheese.
got
As soon
big-
as he said the blue cheese.
we got
He's
Y'all
a
about
we got
that
pizza
bacon,
man.
a burger,
You're a
we got
fancy
everything.
Man.
Yeah.
It's a blue cheese, like a salad on a pizza.
Absolutely. Got to think healthy. Maybe if it's not healthy. or
It's
not.
Exactly.
pizza. If you're
Yeah.
gonna go for the pizza, you
Yes.
eat the pizza.
Absolutely.
Tell him,
Blue
Vanessa.
cheese.
Tell him what you like on pizza.
Pineapple, and I'm not weird. He rolled
Okay,
his eyes.
let's go with
oh
that.
my
Okay,
god!
you
Sure.
were rolling with that.
You're not-
Don't do that.
you're
I
not
like
Don't
it.
do that.
Now,
Vanessa,
mind you,
you're
she-
not weird.
Yeah, mind you, she had to emphasize the fact that I'm not weird.
Yes.
So
Because you
point
were
that out.
going there. You could see the look in his face. He was like,
Well, I mean,
Do you get many pineapple
Oh, yeah.
asking orders?
See?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
See, he
A whole
told
bunch
me
of
that.
weird people around
Okay, a
here.
lot of weird people. You heard him.
I would tell you to go home, but it's your place.
This is home right now.
It is.
It
It
is
is.
home.
Opening day. What's it like? I mean, what has it been like?
Crazy.
A big
Really?
Crazy.
party.
I tell you, a huge party. I mean, this is we're talking about it all day. There's a different atmosphere this year. The
Yeah.
borderline nutty crazy to calm, great chaos, organized chaos maybe.
You have the greatest location.
Oh, it's the
I bet
best.
you everybody at Buddy's at the
Yeah.
any other GM, it's envious of you Because
no, they're
what you have is something incredible, man.
Well, they're envious. No, they're at home watching the game. What are you talking about? They're
How
eating my
many of
favorite
these
pizza.
have you done? How many opening days have you done?
This is my second.
Wow.
For
Okay.
here, yeah, second here. So yeah, last year we did a great job, set a good record, and this year we'll demolish it. We'll set another new one.
I'm going to say half the people were over here, right here in front of Buddy's.
Yeah.
When I walked up here, it's 2:00.
Yeah.
Everybody was here. I'm like, well, shouldn't you guys be in the game? They were all here dancing and.
Who goes on opening day? Who goes to the game?
See?
Hey, I was there.
Well, only
Are
crazy.
you
people.
doing the Vanessa's weird again thing?
Yes, the weird people.
Like you can
I can't
fit,
win, JMO.
Yeah, I mean you fit only what 20, 30,000 inside of Comerica Park.
Right.
I'm probably selling it very short.
Sure.
But when you got hundreds of thousands of people, kind of like how we did last April when the draft came around, it's like, how are you going to fit everyone in one ballpark, shoulder to shoulder like it is? If we get that at Michigan Stadium, let alone Comerica.
Well, here's a great thing. You said the draft. We will beat the draft day today for our opening day. We'll beat.
That was over 700,000.
Yeah, and we'll beat our the day
That was
of
an
sales
incredible day.
Yeah.
That was an incredible.
That was an
day.
incredible weekend.
Yes, it was the whole
That was
weekend. But
nuts.
oh my goodness!
And what a job! I mean, the city in general does a great job for this.
they
What
do.
they did for the NFL draft.
Yep.
Those I would love to meet those people. They're organized people. I mean, it was great. This event every year is just awesome.
It was just it was amazing. Like when you see the first day of the draft, obviously, I mean everything leading up to it, there was something going on anywhere, and how they're able to fit so many people here in Detroit, and I don't know. To me, it's just like it's almost like I was not around, obviously,
Right.
but almost like a Woodstock kind of a feeling, so to speak. Like it just hundreds of thousands of people over a 3-day span, and it just seemed like that there were no issues whatsoever in terms of what people would expect, I guess, from Detroit. But just the fact that you come downtown, you're able to enjoy what everyone loves in football and of course today in baseball.
Yep.
Everyone's just buddy with each other. Everyone's happy with each other.
Oh, and no one knew each other. They're all from out of town. They were all best friends that week.
But they were
that's
all
right.
dancing in front of the store, in front of Buddy's Pizza today, having a great time, enjoying one another. It was incredible. Just like the draft, it was incredible. I mean, they got it right.
Yep.
They
And
got
I,
it right.
and I think the city also upped the level of security with the Detroit Police Department, Wayne County Sheriff. They've made it very comfortable for people to come down here with their kids, get pizza, go to the game, party. It was
Come
really,
back, have
really
some
good
more buddy
weekend.
beers, have some more pizza after the game.
Why not? I mean, you have a bigger crowd coming out, don't you? They stop, they grab a square, they come through. I was watching people just coming in and out, in and out.
Yeah, we get that. We open early. We open at 9. We get a good before the game. We get a good rush, but it's throughout. With opening day, we stay packed all through. Like the Lions games, or God, probably even tomorrow when the game starts, this will kind of empty out a little bit. On opening day, no one will leave. It just flows out. Those people that are going to the game will eat, drink, go to the game, and then it just fills back up. So it's constantly going.
Yeah, you could not be
There's
at a
no
better
break.
location.
I agree.
It's fantastic.
And I can see people in the stadium. I no, not right now. But I'm like, when I was watching, when the game was going on and I was talking on the radio, I looked. I'm like, wow, there's not a lot of people in the stadium right now. They're all here. That's all I was saying. They're here at Buddy's. Got to be here at Buddy's.
Did you get to see the big explosion when they hit the home runs? I almost jumped out of my chair.
I did.
Fireworks.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
they light a firework every time. Damn Carpenter almost had another heart attack.
Weird Vanessa again.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's really not cool, man.
What?
I blame Mark.
That's the
I
line.
totally blame Mark and his.
That's the line.
You're the
Well,
one with pineapple.
You're the
That's
one with the
pizza.
pineapple. I mean,
That's got a lot
Don't
of
tell
weird
a pizza guy.
connotations.
don't tell
Pizza
a
has
pizza
a lot of
guy.
weird. The pineapple, too many weird connotations. Don't go there, Gigi.
Okay. I'm just saying.
Mark's
Oh,
like,
man.
who brought her?
I'm more of a vegetable guy with pizza. I love it all.
Yeah.
Everything.
Pizza salad.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, you bring up the pesto and the tomato. Like, I mean, hey, I'm a carnivore, but like I said, change the flavor up every once in a while. It's delicious, man. So, Mark, we can't thank you enough for allowing us
Yes,
to come out here
thank
this
you very
afternoon.
much.
Obviously, our friends at WJ are doing it this morning for their morning shows. It's been a party.
I
That's the
hope
best
they
way to
had
say
as
it.
much fun as we're having right now,
Good.
currently.
Me too.
Because I want to tell you, you did a great job, and we're having so much fun here. People coming in and out, being friendly,
Yeah.
saying hi. What are you guys doing?
Yeah.
We're doing a radio show. Yeah.
No, it's a great time. I mean, couldn't ask for anything better.
No,
Couldn't ask for it better. Very
And
smooth.
Buddy's
very-
Pizza is Detroit pizza.
It is.
That's the legendary, famous.
79 years.
There's no
Wow.
other deep dish pizza that beats
Ugh.
Buddy's in this
79
town.
years.
Yeah.
How would you like to work in that kitchen with those ladies?
What are you saying, Mark?
That would be incredible, is what
That's
I would
an
say.
incredible
Get your
opportunity.
butt in the kitchen. Make
fun-
me a pizza.
Fun
Yeah?
fact about that
I
picture.
got your pineapple.
Those pizzas actually just came out of the oven. Those ladies are actually so badass that they were able to pull those things with their bare hands out of the oven. No
wow.
worries whatsoever.
I guarantee you're probably right.
Yeah.
Those probably are from the auto parts. The
Yeah,
pans.
the
Those
OG
pans
pans,
came
yeah.
from that. Yes.
That's the story. That's how they got 'em.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly
That's how they
right.
got 'em. But that would be incredible. But that's what we have now. We have this because of those ladies
Mm-hmm.
kicking butt over there. That's why. So look, women power. That's it.
Exactly. See?
Make me
Look,
dinner, Mark.
There
Make
you
me
go.
dinner.
I got it. Dinner on me
He's
for
like,
you.
check.
Yeah.
Got you, Vanna.
Mark, are there like any other? I mean, obviously today a huge event downtown Detroit with the opening day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how is like the rest of the year like around the summertime go? Like, what other big events do you like? Do we get like something? Maybe just a fraction of like this.
Fraction of this one. I mean, anything. I mean, coming up here, we got some concerts at like the Jelly Roll concerts,
Yep.
all that stuff. So those will be big for us. Let's hope. Knock on wood. Let's hope the Pistons do well in the playoffs.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep.
That'll
Yep.
bring. I mean, it's a little bit over there away from us. That'll bring us. But playoffs in Lions games are pretty much this level. Every Sunday that they play here, or Monday or whatever they play here. When they get to playoffs, it's off the hook. But this one is, like I said earlier, no pun or maybe pun intended. This one's the home run. This one's the World Series.
Wow.
This is ours.
Yeah.
So
It makes sense.
It has become a holiday in Detroit. It really has.
It really has. They
And I've
moved it
been-
for you.
I've been to home openers at a lot of other stadiums around the country,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not saying this because I'm biased toward Detroit, but it is a much bigger deal here for some reason
Nope.
than if you go
I can
down to
believe
say
that.
Tampa or
Mhm.
Cleveland or somewhere. It's just different, and I
Well,
love it.
I
I
mean-
love it about this city.
I mean, well, first off, you're comparing Detroit to any place in Ohio, so that's
I
That's
did
one
say
of-
I did say Tampa, Miz. I've been to the Rays home opener. I've been to other home openers.
and every Tiger fan was there too.
That's true.
I have a buddy
It
who's
was
actually
good.
out here, out in our patio right now. He's from out of state, and he's like, I've never
He said
seen
the same thing?
anything. He's from Dallas. He goes down to Houston,
Mhm.
and I mean they have a great team there. But
you
they
also
said there's
have a
nothing
bunch of
like this.
Canadians.
Yes.
There's a ton of Canadian friends I have out here in the bar and at the
Mhm.
stadium. I was sitting next to a bunch of them. People come from everywhere. It's a big deal.
Yeah,
I agree.
Well, the crossover works.
That's right.
That's what you say.
Yeah.
And they came to get some Buddy Pizza.
They did. Ain't no
mean-
pizza like a Buddy's pizza.
Damn
I
right.
agree.
Damn right.
Ain't no party like a Detroit party.
That is
Because
so
the
true.
Detroit Buddies Pizza party don't stop.
Exactly.
I gotta ask.
That's
one,
a T-shirt.
A
That is-
Detroit
that's
Buddies
a
Pizza.
yeah.
There you go.
yeah. I gotta ask this question.
Sure.
Pickle pizza.
Yeah.
Do we have it?
No.
Yeah.
And you think I'm weird for pineapple?
No. He just said yeah.
Hey, the pickle
You
pizza.
can't go
They won
like
a
pizza
bracket.
connoisseur on me.
You know what's great about our pickle pizza? We put a dollar for everyone sold.
Look at his
For
face.
everyone sold, we put $1 to Michigan Humane Society.
Okay, that
Now,
I can get behind.
We do it for pickles, not pineapple.
Wow.
so what are you
Okay.
gonna
Wow.
He's like, you're out.
Oh man.
That's evil, man. That's
Yeah.
evil.
Well, you were
You're
just yelling at me about getting in
discriminating.
the kitchen and cook your
No,
dinner.
you're discriminating against pineapple, but you're like, oh, the pickles are okay.
Well, yeah. It's for the little puppies.
Acts like it's normal. This is not normal.
Think of the puppies and the
Yeah,
kids.
well, you gotta get,
Vanessa.
well, you gotta get the puppies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Don't make
Jamie
me
and I like cats. He got the
I
cats.
do.
I got the
I do.
cats. We like cats.
Yeah.
Puppies. Get your puppies out of here.
Oh my goodness! I am an equal opportunity animal lover. Damn it! Okay.
That's because I can't get a dog anymore.
Yeah.
The four cats are holding down the fort,
Mine
J-Mo.
passed away, and I said I'll never do it again.
Well, not until CJ's like, Daddy, Daddy, Daddy.
Exactly.
Until,
My
until
son
the
asked
youngest.
for
So,
another
like,
one.
next weekend.
Wow.
That'll be it. Yep.
He's
next
good with the cats. He likes the cats. So far. So far, I'm just saying. Mark, I'm
Yeah.
sure you have other things to do, and you
Yeah.
probably are bored with us. Or but
No.
we love you to stay. We love having you here with us, though. I mean, I'd like to know more about buddies. I mean,
What do you want to
God.
know?
Well, we I can get the pickle pizza and the salads. How are the salads?
Oh, out of this world. I mean, it's we do everything fresh, cut and made fresh daily. I mean, everything is cut fresh to for the day. They're awesome.
I'm taking one home.
There you go.
I can eat at the dark time.
You can have your You can have your rabbit food
Yeah.
when
That's
you
right.
get home. You take a
Exactly.
pickle pizza home to Becky and CJ, and you're all happy to go.
And a
Everything's
dog. You
good.
can take a dog home, too.
I'm not getting a dog. I'm just donating to the dog.
You're saving a puppy.
Exactly.
There you go. You're helping for a great cause, and that's what it is at the end of the day. I mean, hey, it's just been a blast to be able to come down. here
Yeah.
and
Thank
park
you
and-
again
Yeah.
No,
for
this is
having
awesome.
us. Thank you
Awesome.
for getting the opportunity. As I said I think I said it to Miz and the other group, I haven't been down here for a season opener, probably 13, 15 years.
Mhm.
I just haven't had the time. I've been
Jamie.
doing things. I was looking forward to it, and I'm coming back. Damn it, I'm coming back.
Me too.
It's great. Well, you got reason to.
Jamie's just the unofficial mayor of Ann Arbor, where he's like, I don't have the time.
Yeah,
to do
exactly.
It. That's the
Don't
reason
really
why.
leave Ann Arbor too much, but I loved it. This was awesome.
Yeah.
This was great. And I'm gonna say this again. They get it right now all the time. The city of Detroit have done something, turned it around, and it is awesome to be downtown Detroit.
Yeah, I agree. I grew up suburbs from here, 12, 15 minutes. When I grew up, we never came down here.
Right.
You just never did.
No.
And now you can't. And I was never a huge fan of it. And
Right.
now I work down here. Days off, I'm down here. I'm reading books. I'm walking with my daughter. We're taking a people mover. It's awesome. It's awesome. I mean, what they're doing here is unbelievable, and I'm glad they're doing it because Detroit deserves it. Everybody deserves it that comes here.
Absolutely.
I mean, Detroit's just awesome now.
You got to do more things. I heard there's a Final Four coming.
27. I
Okay.
heard.
Okay.
Mhm.
I heard that. Wait a minute. I heard that the NBA. I think an All-Star game. We got to see.
I think the All-Star game, and I think that they want to do almost like a moving
Right,
draft as
yeah.
well too, kind of like how the other pro franchises are. But I mean,
Mhm.
like we're just seeing,
Got the Grand Prix coming up.
the Grand
And
Prix
the Grand
coming
Prix
up next
coming on
month. Yep.
Yeah,
at the
Grand Prix
end
does
of
good for
end
us.
of May.
Yep.
So
Yep,
I
that
mean,
does good.
we'll be down for that.
Yeah, we
We're
will.
gonna be down.
But they're having a lot more concerts. I mean, like I said, we had the Jelly Roll concert. We
Yeah.
were going to
That's
have
right.
the Stevie Nicks and the
Billy
was it
Joel.
Billy Joel.
Yeah.
It was canceled.
They
It's-
moved it to what,
November.
September? Oh, November.
November.
That's it. Yeah.
So
There's Chris Brown coming too.
There's a giant amount of people.
Yeah,
Ford Field.
I think so.
I think
I think
this is the LCA.
I think he
LCA.
would
But I
be
Okay.
know, but the
LCA.
Okay.
Billy Joel, Stevie Nicks, I know that's over at Ford Field.
Yeah.
Post Malone, Jelly Roll, that's over
Yep.
at Ford Field coming up next
Mhm.
month.
Yeah.
Obviously, we mentioned the Grand Prix coming back next month. I know, working with the country station, the
Right.
Aretha just they announced a lot more country acts that are be coming down to the Aretha. So I mean, like, there's a whole bunch of stuff happening in downtown Detroit. And even if you're not coming down for a game, to be able to come down and enjoy, like, just when you look across the street, that I've always driven down, whether it was working for another job or whatnot, just seeing the architecture of downtown Detroit, especially the churches, you're in awe. And of course, you said you start driving around. Next thing you know, you see Buddy's Pizza, and I mean, Buddy's is national and internationally known.
Yeah, we talk about it all the time where we don't have our day-to-day regulars here.
Right.
If you go to our Conant
Right,
original one, it's regulars all the
Yeah.
time. Here, I don't know too many names just because I don't see the same person ever. But we get people from, all over Michigan, all over the United States, all over the world. I mean, I've met people that, from Egypt, and I was like, "You're from where?"
Right.
I mean, they're all over. I mean, this is just global here.
Yeah.
So we're the flagship where, they come here, they'll go to our original, but they come here because where we're at and everything. So this is their first time they ever see Buddies, and it's on a checklist.
Yeah.
Buddies Pizza, a
Mhm.
Buddy Brew, all this they're checking a huge list off just coming in this corner right here.
Wow.
So it's
That's
awesome.
awesome.
It's awesome to be part of that checklist.
I mean, that's crazy.
It's
All right.
Detroit.
It is Detroit. You want me to do? No.
Are you going to do your thing?
Nope.
I always wait for you to do your thing, Jamie.
I'm sorry.
If I ever have to end your show, though, I'm going to do the thing that you do, and then I'm going to add a Ryan Day sucks at the end. Go Blue. He's like, the Big 1050 WTKA. And then if I ever have to do that, I'm going to be like, Ryan Day sucks. And then close the
she
show.
doesn't like Ohio State.
We do these shows out of Ann Arbor all the
yeah.
time.
Yeah.
And we usually talk Michigan sports. So football, basketball, sometimes
you don't-
baseball.
You don't talk about much Michigan or
No, we
Michigan- I'm a
usually.
Spartan.
Because,
Ooh.
I can't.
Well, our cousin station talks a lot about Michigan
No,
State.
no.
They do.
Yeah.
WJR.
Yeah.
They do.
We sometimes talk about the
And we do
Spartans.
talk
They made
about
a great,
Spartans.
They made a great basketball run, phenomenal run. I
Right.
was actually hoping Izzo was going to take it all the way. He's been
I wanted
Honestly-
him to drop the mic, be done.
Let
Well,
this
he-
be
Are
the
you
swan
done?
Song, or?
Are you done with Izzo?
No, I wanted him.
Oh, you wanted him to do
Yeah.
this
Go out
year.
on a tie.
Let this
That's- me
season
too,
go out.
me
Actually,
too.
I almost think that Izzo's done because I know he doesn't like the portal that's going on.
Oh, he
He's
hates
mad.
that portal.
Oh,
You
yeah.
see how he was rampant.
He just got annihilated in that portal already, right?
Yeah.
At like the day after. So I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
he's done. I think he's tired of it. I don't blame him. I mean,
But
what
that's-
else does he have to prove?
That's
Right.
part of the reason why you just wanted to see him kind of like get that final
Yeah.
win and then just, like you
Right
said,
off
drop
into
the
the
mic
sunset.
and
Yeah.
ride off into the sunset.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm not saying
Yeah.
all that.
But in the meantime,
Hater.
I'm not saying all that. I'm sorry. I'd like to see him right off in the sunset, sure, but
Sure.
I'm not saying all that.
Don't worry. Any hate email from our listeners, matt.missler@cumulus.com.
Exactly.
Send it my way.
I didn't say that.
Everyone knows that he's just a closeted Sparty. Yep, you're right. As much love as I give their hockey team, you're
he's
exactly
a
right.
closeted Alabama fan. Let's
No,
be honest.
he's not glad. He's opened up about that.
Okay,
I have.
you're
I've
right.
told
You're not
everybody
closeted anymore.
knows how I
You
feel
are
about
out of
that.
the closet about Alabama.
Everybody knows how I feel about that.
I don't know.
It's okay.
I would root for State over Alabama.
And that's why we're different.
And I'm okay with that, Jamie.
Yeah, I could.
Pickles, pineapple.
Exactly.
We're okay.
always comes back to pickles and pineapple.
You
That's how it
started
comes
it.
back around.
You opened the pizza joint.
Makes
You
sense.
started this
Doesn't
whole
make
thing.
sense.
I'll take the blame. That's okay.
No.
No, the pizza guy said it. The pizza guy said it.
Oh, okay.
That's
So you're
verification.
credible now.
I
I'm
Yeah.
just saying.
The only thing, Mark, that you're to blame for is allowing for us to crash your location. This for our friends at WJR this morning
I
and us this
appreciate it,
afternoon.
guys.
So
We really
can't thank you
appreciate it,
enough.
Mark.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you for
appreciate
coming
it.
by. We really
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Yeah,
We appreciate it.
Thank you very
Appreciate
much, sir.
it. Thank you guys.
Fantastic.
We're gonna go to a break. When we come back on the other side, we got Brandon Brown. He's coming back. Yeah, he's done. You come on. Yeah, jump in. And all of that on the other side. You're listening to the M Zone on the Big 1050. Hey, Smarty.
You threw something in.
Hey, we're gonna dip out
What time?
5:55.
I mean, 5:45 would have been good too.
No, we'll do about 5:55. What's that? Yeah, we'll have 30 minutes. Yeah. So we'll kind of keep the flow that we usually do. We're just ending a little bit early because of the commercial stuff.
The voice, I knew exactly. I'm like,
Then you'll just have to watch out for the Red Wing foot traffic.
Hey, what do you do? Tell me about you. Yeah.
early as the Miz.
Yeah.
You're the Miz of WJI.
Yeah. That's why when because I talked with. Yeah, I think it's a 7 o'clock puck drop. Yeah.
Awesome.
also help for live streaming output through the camera.
Very cool. Very cool.
I do maintenance in the studio.
Did you like it, man?
Oh yeah. You mean the
That's
show?
awesome. It's good to meet you.
Yeah, the pizza.
Oh yeah, real
Yes, we're going to be doing a lot more stuff.
For the show, you did really well.
We'll be back
Good.
in.
What's that?
He said that he asked if I liked it. I'm like, the show or the pizza?
It's like, yes,
Oh,
Yes.
yes,
yeah.
from
That's what I said. Yeah, both. Great.
yes, from downtown.
He's like, I know him
Yes.
since 98. That's a good chunk of time.
Although it is pretty fun to just sit over there and people watch too.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think that's you get that with a lot of different things. You know, a lot of different places doing a little people watching. It's always fun to do. Usually, the last time I did people watching was the last time I did was inside of a downriver Walmart.
What was the last remote?
People watch people watching.
People watch.
When do we open it?
So we're gonna sign off at 5:55.
555.
What's that?
Like about 30 more minutes.
Yeah,
Triple
roughly about 30 minutes.
Or am I good?
You can stay here, yeah. So we'll do another 20, 25-minute segment. Derek will hit the victors to send us out, and then we pack up shop, shut them down, open up shop. Oh, that's how Rough Riders roll.
Do you still have all your little funny sounds when you like?
I've been wondering. There's got to be a way where like I can get like a tablet or something, and
I
Yeah.
used an iPad when I used
I know,
StreamYard.
yeah, that's what
This-
you're using with the tablet. Or whatnot.
It wasn't because so the only problem I ran into with it was because it was through the same feed because it was just I had to down like a virtual software splitter,
Yeah,
and it would like you couldn't talk while you were playing a sound because it
would muffle it
yeah,
out.
it was like it was acting on the same line basically.
Yeah. Because I think the reason why, because I know it's like sometimes like when you've joined us like virtually as well too, like there's almost like when Jamie's asking a question, it's like it's almost like a bounce back.
Yeah.
Like later on in the later in the interview.
So
that we do
that's
together.
obviously not the best way to do it. The best way is to have a board and a mixer and stuff. But
Well, even if you got like a Yeti, like because I'll like with some of the streams I've done on Twitch, I'll use one of the big Yetis.
oh yeah,
And those work fine. I've got a mixing board that Sam essentially gifted me that I want to kind of utilize to kind of use to do podcasts down the line.
yeah.
But a Yeti, like the big Yeti that
I do
got,
need to get like a better mic.
Yeah.
that would be better.
Well, even if it's like because I know we got Jamie a USB one
Yeah.
for when we do like when he's at home doing it on Wednesdays.
Longest standing season ticket holder.
Doesn't use it all the time. Like the audio quality would sound amazing. Just plug your headphones into the headphone jack and you're all set to go.
Yeah.
But I mean, for the most part, like the setup that you use, like it's still good.
Yeah.
I just like I said,
It's been amazing to me that I've done 300 plus episodes of whatever, probably with a stupid old Xbox headset.
1 minute.
Like, and every time I listen to it on playback, I'm like, it sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, it's probably not as good as it could be, but it's pretty good.
It's surprising how a lot of like these gaming headsets have evolved.
They're
over
solid.
time. Before it just used to be sound like you're talking on AM
I
radio
know.
or through an actual telephone.
Unfortunately, I uploaded an episode today and sent the link to my parents, and they said, Brandon, I don't know what you. It sounded like you were on a ventilator the whole show. I'm like, damn it, are you serious? Yeah, I guess it was too close to my mouth or something.
That's because that's the thing I do when I game with some of
Not
my
yet.
friends and we're on like Discord. Like I've got I'm gonna put this thing to my mouth.
Yeah.
We're at, about 30
30
seconds roughly. But like with like a Yeti though, it's like there's no issue. But
Yeah,
like with like something like this, like I gotta put it right up to my mouth.
Do you feel like you, with the Shores or the Yetis, do you feel like you have to lean in, or is it pretty good?
I feel like sometimes you gotta lean in because
Yeah.
depending on how the setting on the microphone is, can kind of pick up surround sound.
That's
too.
what I'm always worried about.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like the
Standing by.
the gaming headsets are built to not pick up the other shit, so that's why I feel like it works pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
All right. Let's get our cussing out of the way.
And welcome back to the M Zone. Jamie Morris, Matt the Hitman Misler.
Yeah. I don't have the sound
I
effect to
think he's
hit.
overworked.
No, he's doing
He's
the
yeah.
sound effect. My
Yeah.
man Brandon Brown,
Dummy,
Vanessa
yeah.
Pollack,
Yeah.
with who we call the MVP.
Yeah.
Wow, what a day it's been.
That's right.
Oh my goodness. And your day began real early.
I got here at Hockey Town 9:30 this morning. So we had a day.
And Hockey Town continues on later on today when the Wings take on the Hurricanes at 7 o'clock. So
That's right.
That's why we got to. That's why when we're done, we got to pack up, get the hell out of here, so
Right.
that we don't get too caught up in that traffic. And the Michigan
Hockey Town's
Panthers.
over down that way.
Yep, north.
I got
on
you.
Woodward.
North,
Yep.
right? Yes.
So if you
Jamie's
head
like,
down
I'm
to
going
Woodward,
this way.
And we apparently heard a couple leading ladies in comedy also doing
that's
a show
right.
tonight, right?
Tina
Yeah.
Fey
and Amy
Poehler
Poehler.
Yeah.
over at the
What a
Fox.
day in downtown Detroit,
Dude,
man.
it is. Like
That's
I
what
said,
we were saying.
Yeah.
like this is
Detroit.
this is a great party weekend, and I mean just in general, just a great party day. Just for great events happening in Detroit. I mean, they're starting to pack up a little bit at the park across the street right there. They had like the G1 racing car. I think a little preview of like what's to come with the
There was-
Grand Prix.
there was
Yeah,
a little
the Grand
girl-
Prix car.
There's a little girl sitting at the table over there while I was inhaling some pizza.
Yeah.
Her dad was like begging her to eat, and she's like, "I want a party." And she just wanted to like. She's watching everybody dance outside. It was like, man, it's been a time. It's been a time all
It's
day.
been a blast.
Jamie said right when you guys showed up, people
Yeah.
dancing, and it's been that
Exactly.
way all
It's
day.
been all day.
Yeah.
It's people coming together. It's been incredible.
Yeah, man.
Impressed, I am.
Yeah.
I am very
You're
impressed.
coming back next year.
Oh,
then.
I'm coming back
It's
next
a
year.
thing, Jamie.
I'm
It's
bringing
a
more
thing.
people.
It's an
There
event.
you go.
We're coming. That's right.
We're expanding this whole thing out. We're gonna get multiple cameras. I'm gonna have a switch here. We're gonna have different cameras.
Oh,
and
we're gonna
everything.
we're gonna trick this. We're gonna trick this thing out.
Thank you. Thank you for
Don't make me. Don't make.
Thank you
I'm
for
online though, but
What?
I remembered.
Yeah,
We're on
thank
the
you for remembering
radio.
the
too.
side.
I
Yeah.
did. I did.
Exactly. But I mean, just in general, just the vibe in general. Like the minute you see,
Mm-hmm.
like even when I woke up this morning, because I had obligations back at the office early this morning, and you can kind of feel the vibe early on. Like when you woke up in the morning, got in the car, start to drive into Ann Arbor, and even heading west, you could feel the vibe that today is different. Today is a different day compared to any other day. A lot of people have played hooky. I won't call you out, but if you did, make sure you came up with a good enough excuse. Make sure the flu cough sounded legit. That's all I'm saying.
You know what the cool part is? Even though there's a ton of people down here, because this is a Detroit holiday, people that aren't even down here are posting pictures. Happy opening day. And there's a flag
No,
on
that's
their
a true
deck.
statement. Yes,
yeah,
that's
and
a very
everybody's
true
wishing
statement.
everybody a happy opening day, and they might not even be here. The city's got 1 million people in it, but it's still a party beyond Detroit.
Yeah, even with even the fans from Chicago that came into town. I mean, it's just a simple 4.5, 5 hour drive from the south side to Detroit. That even like I said, most of the time when you get a rivalry game like this, I mean, no matter if it's early in the season or late in the season, there's always like that grudge feel to it, almost like a Michigan-Ohio State. Probably not to that degree, but that kind of feel. But today wasn't that way. It's a Friday. This is the unofficial start of spring. The sun came out. The clouds have kind of rolled in a little bit, but it's still nice out. You couldn't beat a more picturesque day in Detroit for baseball.
Yeah.
That's right.
You know what I like too? I love all the people wearing the different jerseys. I mean,
Yes.
obviously we've got 4 on. I think what was yours was Scooble, right?
He's got
Yep,
Scoob.
I'm a
Jamie's got
Scooble.
Scooble.
I'm just flat out straight up.
Just saw a gentleman back here rip off a Detroit Tigers varsity jacket
He did.
to show off
Yep.
the Pudge Rodriguez.
Right, he had the Rodriguez on the back.
Saw an
Yep.
old school Trammell walking down the sidewalk. Randomly saw Bryce Harper. Not sure what that was about, but it's just
You can dream, right?
everywhere. Yeah,
You can
exactly.
dream, right?
Everywhere you look, it's Tigers gear, it's jerseys.
Gotta
it's
tell you,
some
first-
Red Wing stuff.
This
Yeah.
is my first Detroit professional team shirt
Look at that.
that I've ever worn.
Really?
What?
Yes.
JMO. Really?
Been here for years, but just not.
You know what though?
But
Scooble is a good
you
one
know
to
why?
pick.
That's what I
You
said.
know
That's a good
why?
one.
Letter that
Because
he
he
penned.
he
Yeah.
penned that letter. That was
Yes.
the greatest. It almost. I'm about to cry right now. I just got soft and said, "This young man, he knows it.
It gets it.
Yeah.
He gets it.
Yeah, man.
He knows it. He knows about this city."
The
Yeah.
heart of Detroit.
And yes, and he knew about it. And what he said in that letter, I'm like, I like that man.
Not to change the subject too much. I was talking to Jamie about this since I brought up jerseys just now. Didn't really think about it. Did you see the few number changes for the Detroit Lions?
I did, yeah.
My Jameer Gibbs jersey, which I got for Christmas, is now obsolete.
We're gonna
Well, no,
solve
it's-
it.
it's
We're
an
gonna
ori-
solve
it's an
it.
original.
But
We're
Jamie
gonna
has
solve it.
Jamie has the great. I mean, Jamie's got the key to every city,
We're
right?
gonna solve
So
it.
he's gonna get it. He's gonna find a way to get it signed for me.
There
But
you go.
We're
Jameer
gonna
Gibbs
solve
switches
it.
from 26 to 0.
It's
J-Mo
still
from
gonna be
9 to
worth
1.
something to him.
Yeah.
Terrion Arnold
It was
from
a
0 to
gift.
6.
It was
so,
a gift.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, I got
you
it for Christmas, and then now I think I wore it for the playoff game, which cool.
Well, they should do a jersey turn-in. Remember
They
with the
do-
whole Stafford
they
thing, and they were
do-
like, if you turn
They
it
do
in.
if you switch teams, not if you switch numbers.
See, here's the issue is
So
that
there you
I
go.
don't mind the jersey number switch because some people are like, oh, you're an original, you're an OG, you've been with the squad. You've been with the squad
Yeah,
from the
yeah.
beginning.
Kind of true.
Here's my issue is that I would buy jerseys from because my mom worked there at JCPenney and they'd have get the big star of this team. I got a Mike Vick jersey before the Chargers.
Okay, well there you go. Yeah,
I get the
Nothing wrong with
Chargers. I'm
that.
like, well, this
he's on a road to redemption, man. He's coaching a football team
Oh,
now.
dude.
He's got a
yeah.
football team. He's
Yeah,
done.
yeah, yeah.
Wait a minute. For
Mike-
what Mike Vick has done,
oh my goodness, yeah.
I
He's
get
back.
it. I get it. It was still bad, but I mean, he's redeeming himself.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think so too.
I mean,
But yeah, I don't know. I've always had this weird thing with jerseys. Like if it's not current
yeah.
and it's not considered a throwback or old, it weirds me out to wear a jersey when he's not that number anymore. It really bothers
So
me.
what's your other jerseys? What's the other ones you got?
I went to a garage sale last summer and bought a Shaq Orlando Magic jersey.
Is it signed?
No.
Oh damn!
And
In a garage sale,
and-
Jamie.
You never know.
and the Timberwolves Kevin Garnett.
I was
jersey.
waiting for him to
Hey.
say, and I got $5 million for it because it was signed.
$5 million at a garage sale.
So,
You're
and then
like,
I
let
have
me
this
count
one.
that
I have
out.
the generic Tigers jersey that I have on, and then the Gibbs jersey. And I think that's it.
Yeah.
I used to have a bunch when I was a kid. I think they were all too small, so they're gone. But
I'm
yeah,
I got CJ. I got to take it back, but no, I'm going to give him a choice. I got the guy Green, and he hit a home
he
run
did
today.
great
Oh, Riley
today.
Green.
He had
Yeah.
a great Riley Green,
Yeah.
but CJ, I want my own name on it.
oh
That's-
yeah,
that's CJ.
and the thing
Yeah,
is
Jamie, you have to do that.
So I'm going to do that.
what you do,
Oh, I love
what you
that.
do is you figure out Jack Moore. Well, Jack Morris wore what, 7, wasn't it?
Yeah,
sounds
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get Jack Morris and say, here you go. You can be number 7. 7's going to be your number. It's going to be your number.
I got a
7.
lot of options.
So you
with
want
Brown.
me to? I'm just
It's
going
like brainwashing.
I got a lot of options
You
with
know,
Brown. Yeah.
gaslight him that you're going to be number 7 for the
There
day
you go.
you die.
Okay.
And I just remembered my son got me a Jared Goff jersey, like the T-shirt. Jersey.
Oh, that's so cute.
yeah,
sweet.
little man picked that out for me, so I'll count that too. I'll
Yeah.
count that too.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Most of mine are like hockey jerseys. So I'm like, I mean, obviously, if people have seen me around, I wear the Eastern Michigan hockey, pridefully to the day I die because they're the ones that kind of kept me, kept my voice active before I got into radio.
There you go.
Jerseys I have, but I can't wear any of them. But
Are they your
I got-
own?
No,
No.
no.
Player jersey swaps?
Yes.
Okay, well that's still cool though.
And I also have a Woodson, a Howard.
Ooh.
Obviously, they're Michigan, but I did get a Woodson Raider one too.
That'll
Okay.
work.
Yeah.
That'll work.
I got a Woodley Steelers jersey.
Did you?
Wow.
Nice.
That'll work too.
That's a good one. I should get that one.
Yeah.
I don't think I've got any.
I see him
Michigan alum.
tailgating every now
Who's
and
gonna
then.
come through
Gotta
with the
hit it.
Woodley Saginaw High jersey?
Oh.
though?
Oh, you're
That-
like taking it
That's
way
that,
back.
see those
Didn't-
kind of throwbacks that I love
Didn't
those.
the
I
NFL
love
player buy jerseys
Yeah, for his whole team.
for his whole
Yeah.
Somebody
team?
for the Dolphins.
But it was their high school team.
Yes.
Yeah.
It-
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Christmas
cool.
present. I
That was the
believe.
greatest Christmas present ever.
Yeah,
love
I
it.
can't remember who did that. I think it was the Dolphins though, because I remember Tua being on there.
And they were all excited because they saw
They
their
were
jerseys.
they were pumped.
They thought it was the greatest thing because it reminded them.
Imagine the research too to go back, get the colors, the name, the number, like that.
Yeah.
That's a
That's
thoughtful
crazy.
that's a
Sweet.
thoughtful
Crazy.
gift.
It's
Very
crazy.
cool.
I was Anthony Walker.
There you go.
Yeah.
yeah. It wasn't a big name guy who did it,
No,
but he got
but-
yeah. That's
It's,
what-
a, it's a sentimental thing.
That's-
Yes,
that's very,
right.
very
exactly
cool.
what I looked at my other half and said, "How come you ain't never give me my jersey from high school?" She goes,
Well,
"Because I didn't know what number you had."
I was gonna say, were you 2-3 back then too?
Yeah.
Did you switch it up?
I became 2-3 because somebody stole the home jersey. So
Oh.
I was 24
In high school?
in high school,
Okay.
and then someone stole the away jersey, And so the coach gave me, here, we're 23.
But
And
you
then-
made 23.
That's pretty good.
Well, tried to keep 24 until I got to Michigan, and Big Johnny saw me in a picture in high school of 23.
Oh.
So he gave me, it was me and Kerry Smith. He was 23. And I remember Kerry Smith saying, can you believe it's my senior year and I got to share my number with a freshman?
That's good.
And I looked at him, I'm like,
Well, not so bad if the freshmen's all right.
well, he didn't know.
They usually only give crummy numbers to the crummy
And
freshmen.
he didn't know. So
Here, Jamie, here's that 30. There's that 37 real quick.
it was funny. I'll never forget that. I got to share.
Apologies to all the
I'm a-
37s out
I'm
there.
a senior, and I got to share with a freshman.
That's good.
And I went,
That's good.
you mother. But it was okay. I mean, it worked out. You know what?
Yeah.
It worked out.
Was
for
24
the both
was
of us.
24 meaningful for you in high school, or was it just what you had?
It was what my dad. He kind of
Oh.
wanted me to wear 24.
So that was
because that was his number.
That was probably a bummer to switch to 23 then a little bit.
No,
Not too bad?
No, when you know what? When at Michigan things were happening right, I was going to go in and ask Bo at the end of my conclusion of the freshman year, could I get 24? And I'm sure he would have given it to me. But my dad looked at me and goes,
You're 23
you
now.
made your you made your own number.
Absolutely.
That's what I
You made
want you to be.
23,
You made it.
That's cool then.
Be 23, and
That's
I'm
right.
like, cool, and it was great. So
That's cool.
Sometimes you change for a good reason. Look at Tom Brady. He was 10. He turned to 12. 12 is it now.
You're right.
TB 12.
exactly
I always
right.
like
No
hearing
matter
about
where he goes.
jersey number stories. I just think that's cool because there's
No,
usually
it's-
is a story.
There is
almost
a story
always.
behind it. Yes.
I always think it's cool why people come up with whatever they wear.
I was enlightening our boy Brandon today.
Oh, I got a few
Oh,
stories.
what did
from
you get
J-Mo.
enlightened about?
I got the
today?
nail. I got the Fielding Yost nail story. I got the
She doesn't know the
which is a
feeling
new
yet.
one.
I got how
which is a new one for
Jamie.
me.
I got how Jamie got to Michigan, look, I made my way in this business covering recruiting, and like back, Jamie basically said like Bo was like, do you like Michigan? You want to come? All right, and like that's all it was back in the day. Like the recruiting process
Sound like
slightly
some club hockey stuff
slightly
right there.
different. slightly
wanna
different
come
now.
here?
You mean he didn't buy you a cheeseburger?
No, I ain't get no
None of that.
cheeseburger.
Oh,
I ain't
none of
get no
that.
cheeseburger. Not too soon anymore.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you get them a lot of cheeseburgers now.
Exactly.
That kind of recruiting.
Nowadays they can have all the cheeseburgers they want,
Have a
and
cheese-
then some.
Have a cheeseburger
And a
named after
milkshake
that
to wash it
McDonald's.
down.
Yeah.
Did the cheeseburger have pickles on it?
Yeah. Well,
Just no pineapple.
Did
Do
you get
you
a
not
dog
like
with it?
pickles on your
I
hamburger?
love pickles.
Okay.
It
Oh,
was
yeah.
the whole pickle pizza story
that
from
might have-
last segment.
that might have been before Vanessa was here. I told Jamie that I went home and I went home and had to watch the JMO highlights, and I said I think it was you because the footage was real grainy.
Standard.
I'll take it.
Below
Poor
sta-
Jamie. He's
below
like, it was
standard
black
def.
and white. There was snow on the screen.
No,
I
it was-
couldn't see.
It was Jamie's a humble dude, but you put them highlights
They
on.
had
and
leather helmets.
It's the real deal, man. It's the real deal.
No. Look, I had a big offensive line.
Hey, you
I
got
was
lost
blessed.
in there. I see that a
I
couple
was
times.
blessed.
Yeah,
You did not see me.
yeah.
Not many people. They saw me coming.
They said the announcer too one time was it must have been earlier on in your career
Right.
because I think you talked about it. He's like, "There's the Morris." I think he did the freshman and all
Right,
179
right.
pounds of him or whatever it was.
Brett Musburger.
Yeah,
That's the one I love. Miz knows that one.
Yeah,
that's
that
the,
was
that's,
the
is that
original
the
open.
Alabama?
Right. That's
No?
the one against Ohio State.
Okay.
That was the original open.
That
back
was
in
the
day.
original opener.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I
We
didn't
were
see. I
like-
didn't even know that. That stuck out to me as
Yeah.
such a cool
Yeah.
audio clip.
It was
And the thing is, when we changed imaging up, and we had a new voice guy come on. I'm like, I like it, but we need to spice it up a little bit.
Right.
They need to get something more, something that's kind of tickles the taste buds, so to speak. So that was the Alabama game was the one that's in the open now.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm listening to the entire thing, and of course they make mention of Joe, and I'm like, you know what? I want to leave that in there and see if he'll notice it or not. And of course, the first time it aired, he just kind of looked up and just shook his head and laughed. I'm like, yeah, he heard it. Yeah, he heard it.
Yeah, man, it was cool watching those old clips.
Jamie,
though.
you can't say Jumbo, but who's your favorite player besides, like, who else do you like playing with?
that I played with?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I you know what? You guys are going, you're sucking up. You're sucking up. I have got to tell you, Jim Harbaugh was a good guy to play
Listen,
with.
I don't doubt that.
9 times out of 10, I'm gonna say this: he was a butthole. I couldn't stand him half the time.
Honestly, though, name a great quarterback
That's
that's
why-
not.
I was
know,
just about to
right?
say
I
that.
know. That's what
That's why he's
I'm
good.
just saying
Real.
he's a butthole, but we were gonna win that game no matter what, because that's the way he was.
Yep.
You could tell he was going to be a coach and a damn good one. I'm just saying, but probably Mark Mesner, another
Okay,
guy.
Yeah. Okay.
For me, it's got to be John Vitale.
Oh, God rest his soul.
God rest his soul.
God rest his soul.
John Vitale was a good friend. And who else? God, it's nothing but offensive linemen.
I
But
was gonna
Derek
s-
Walker.
I was going to say, anybody on the other side of the ball?
I'm working
that
on
used to
it.
hit you a little bit.
He's working.
I said Mark Mesner.
Oh
Yeah, he
yeah,
did
yeah,
say
yeah.
it.
Defensive
I thought
lineman.
he was an O-lineman
One of
too.
my
This is
one of my
before my
closest
time a little
friends.
bit, you know.
He worked in the trenches, you know.
Yeah.
Probably I'm gonna say Trip Wilborn.
Okay.
Good God, Veda Murray.
Veda
was a great one. And I mean, all these guys, they had the heart of a lion. You know what I'm saying? These guys, and the guy that knocked sense in my head, he would always try to knock me out, was Garland Rivers. I mean, Garland Rivers, he's an All-American.
Yeah.
Garland was an All-American. I remember 3 straight plays. I broke off tackle, ran 60 yards for a touchdown. Right?
Oh, hold up. Look what Mark just brought over here.
Oh my.
Look at this.
Oh my.
Mark is a man of the people.
Wow.
You just did this to rub it in my face. Mark is the best GM of any restaurant anywhere.
He brings over
And
the
this
pickle
guy-
pizza and a pineapple pizza.
He did.
Oh
He
my
did.
goodness gracious.
Wow.
He
That's
did.
impressive, sir.
So he makes it.
I got to get a
He
picture.
makes
of
you
this
happy,
now.
and it's also for a good cause.
Very, very
Yeah,
cool.
So
yeah.
back at the end of the day. Oh, that's the spicy one because I see the banana peppers on that one.
Oh yeah.
That was the one.
Is that feta
You
too,
got
or-
your pizza salad, Jamie.
It might be.
or bl- is
And
that
it looks like
feta?
feta.
Is that
feta or blue cheese?
This
I
is
think-
like
I think
fancy
it's
man
feta.
pizza.
Ooh, hey,
Fancy
listen.
man.
Listen, all I'm saying
And
is
this
that
is
Thank
like
you, Mark.
you are.
Hopper pizza.
Yeah,
Fancy man pizza. Hopper pizza.
yeah, forget.
He's like pineapple.
Wow.
Listen, forget Kerry Carpenter and Riley Green. Mark just came through with the double dose of
The
pie
home
like
run.
this, and that is MVP stuff right there. That is
MVP
all-star stuff right
MVP.
there.
stuff.
Yeah, no, my goodness.
Mark hit a home
God.
run.
Like I said, that is delicious
You've done-
looking.
you've
Thank you,
done-
Mark.
Thank you.
Oh my
Thank
goodness
you, Mark.
gracious.
That was really sweet surprise.
I was
Wow.
not expecting that,
He
but
made
that
me
is.
pineapple pizza
He
Look
did.
at you.
against his better judgment.
You guys didn't
You
know this
gotta
was
love
coming?
this place.
No, I didn't.
Oh, I
You
thought
gotta love this
I couldn't
place.
really hear
Look at
what
these
he was.
guys.
No,
Thought we
the-
ordered it?
Yeah, I just thought it came up
No,
while he was
the-
over
So
here.
the last segment, Mark came over. We're talking to him. What do you like on your pizza? I start talking about pineapple.
Yeah, yeah,
Jamie's
yeah.
all about the pickles.
And he gave the look like,
I got the weird look, like the side eye, like
Yeah.
really pineapple.
And he went back there and whipped
He
it
did
up.
it.
Come
He
on.
did it.
really?
He did it.
Come have some.
Have some
Come,
pizza.
Ray.
Come on, have some pizza.
Come on. Come on.
Ray,
Have
come
some-
on.
That pickle pizza is delicious.
some
I can tell you
pizza.
that right
You're
now.
Greek. Feta. We're Greek.
That's the way to do it.
There
right
you
there.
go.
Eat your
Like I said,
pizza.
that is. Yeah. Yeah,
That's pineapple.
That's strictly
Have
pineapple
some,
for her.
Ray. you like pineapple
Do you want
pizza.
some?
I will take a slice of the pickle pizza.
Can you take the plate off the bottom?
But that is
We're
that is
just having a
outstanding.
pizza.
Come here,
from
Miss.
Mark.
Oh, we're having a
Thank you,
pizza
brother.
party.
We are
Yeah.
having a
I
pizza
love the
party.
This
pizza
is
party.
outstanding, Mark. Man, he is
you.
he is an MVP.
See,
and
this
he's
is
got a
why
whole
you're
bunch
the
of-
Enjoy
station
this.
engineer.
got a whole bunch of great. He's got people that are coming through with a little
Thank you.
libation.
Is that a little dill on there?
There
Thank
is a
you.
little dill on
There's
top.
dill on top.
This
Wow.
is the
It is
this
so good. You
Wow.
gotta get pizza.
This
Brandon.
is-
I ate mine like I'm
Hey,
full
hey.
over here.
Hey, I don't want to hear it. Get yourself a slice.
I'll take one for the road.
There you go. See, you
I'll do
take
that.
one. You take one on the road.
Sometimes you just have to eat 2
He
dinners.
does for the girlfriend.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna. Honestly, that's what I'm gonna do
See
because
what I just did?
no, I didn't. Yeah, would you do it for me, Bobby? Dude, you're an all-star. Thank you, bro. But
Slap me on there one, JMO.
yeah, gotta get that mild pepper ring
There
on
you
that
go.
bad
There
boy
you-
too.
oh,
there
yeah.
you go.
Right
The
right there,
cheese
right at
bowl,
home.
too.
Yep, that's it.
Everyone that's listening on radio is like, "What is going on?"
Um,
This is making.
We're
some
having a
noise.
show-
pizza
general-
party.
The general
The show's
manager
winding
was
down,
nice
that's what's
enough.
happening.
That
This
is
is basically
winding
it.
down.
We're just winding it down and just having outstanding time here, dude.
know,
It's-
that's
Everybody
supposed to
listening
be
is
dark.
lucky we're speaking.
Yeah,
To be
no kidding.
honest.
Yeah.
I honestly
And we're
feel
not
about
chewing
it.
in
Yeah.
their ears.
But I mean, dude, this Jamie, everyone at WJR, you know, Rita, who is one of the ones that put together, Mike Wheeler over at WJR.
Mike Wheeler, I
you
appreciate
know,
you,
we
bro.
can't thank you guys enough for, you know, including us a part of this fun day of sports of Detroit
This has
baseball.
been a great day.
These guys want
and
some?
great pizza.
Will, Rob, get in
Come on,
here.
Rob.
Sure.
But like this is just like I said. I mentioned this on the stream in the 3:00 hour before we came on the radio. I told it to these guys, Vanessa, that I've been to what I call blue collar opening day. So the Saturday after the first opening day, because I work all the time. So I would call the one that I went. It was only one time, and it was when the Red Sox came to town.
Mhm.
So this being a part of opening day, the official opening day, like you said, Jamie, this
Off the charts.
This is off the charts. This
Yeah,
is
man.
mind blowing, and got to come back and do it again next year.
That's
Gotta
right.
do it
Jamie's
again
in.
next year.
I'm
He's
in.
Absolutely.
in. This is his thing now.
Yeah.
But man, like I said, thank you to to Mark from here at Buddies, everyone at Buddies.
Did you guys know him before?
No.
No,
So okay,
No.
so he's
No,
he's
this-
all in now.
oh
Clearly,
yeah,
yeah, man, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And you couldn't be in a better location.
No,
I
I
mean, literally,
know.
you can
I
see
know.
into Comerica Park. We're in the heart of downtown. All the foot traffic is here. All the fans are here.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Could not be in a better spot.
I mean, do you want me to knock out the thanks real quick, Jamie, while you're chewing and munching down real quick? You chew-
Thank you, everybody. I appreciate all of you, Vanessa, Brandon, Ms. Bobby, Ray, getting it done. Rob over there in the corner.
and Willie
Fortune.
Fortune 500. Willie Fortune
Fortune
500.
500. Yeah, baby. Hey, you made Detroit look good today, bro.
Yeah, you
You
did.
made Detroit
Mark
look
here at
really
Buddies.
good.
Shout out to Derek and Kojo back in the WTK
Derek
studios
and-
for holding
yes.
it down.
Oh God, yeah. You
I-
guys made it. It made it happen.
Yeah,
for us.
Rita from
Everybody was laughing
yeah,
at us.
Rita and Mike over at
'Cause we were doing
WJR.
this.
Madison getting that pop-up banner, by the way. We got that
Yes.
new banner.
Yes.
Thank you, Madison.
We
I
should
appreciate
put that
it.
right here.
But,
Yeah.
as
In
you,
the video.
but as you can hear in the music,
We're
it's time
playing
to
out.
sign out.
That's going to do it for the M Zone. You've been listening to the M Zone on WTKA AM 1050, on the Big 1050.